Good morning, fellas. Oh, natty bros. To this Thursday, September 4th. Guys, it's here. We made it. It's the first day of NFL football, baby.
Yeah, dude. Let's go. I'm so excited. Oh, my God. I got to work tonight, but I don't even care.
Man, I know we're all baseball guys here, and we don't have to tell you. I mean, we've said it enough this year. It's been a disappointment for the Orioles, for our Baltimore Oreos. So I think we've all been silently looking forward to some Ravens football here coming up. No, Dusty is not drinking water. I've got my trademark vag, as Brian likes to call it. Not my trademark, Brian's trademark vag. I'm drinking his vag. Vodka and Gatorade, for those who don't know what that stands for. Brian's got his Natty Bow over there, and Dusty's got some vodka and zero.
A little vodka lemon.
Val, yeah, some Val Kilmer.
Got some Val Kilmer, yeah. Keep Val court.
But yeah, today is our NFL kickoff preview show, whatever you want to call it, extravaganza, any other word that you want to throw in there. So today's always a fun day. It's going to be probably a long show. It always is. We got a lot to go over. We're going to hit on baseball quickly, and then probably go right into football stuff. And I don't know what we're going to end with today. I don't know if we'll end with go back to one of our snake drafts, or if we'll do if we'll go back to doing an immaculate grid. We'll decide during the show. See what you guys want to do.
Yeah, we'll see. Like Brooks said, we're going to get baseball right out of the way at the top. So a couple things we want to touch on. The Orioles sweep the Padres. That was pretty cool to watch. Back-to-back homers off Nestor Cortez. Couldn't have happened to a better guy. Really dislike Nestor Cortez. So really love seeing that happen. That is the third time this season he's allowed 3 homers in the same inning, which I think is outrageous. What a bum.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Also, Jeremiah Jackson. I mean, it has taken over our group chat during Oriole games. He's the only person anybody could talk about. The guy just can't stop hitting. He's unbelievable. He's a hitting machine. I know the sample size is about 3 weeks, but who cares? He's the best.
Focus on the positive.
Yeah. And Trevor Rogers, AL Pitcher of the Month, deservedly so. I mean, the numbers he's putting up are historic. He's putting up Jake Arrieta type numbers. That's what I would say.
Take up the ground.
Yeah, no, Jake Arrieta. But anyway, what did you guys think about the sweep of the Pods in San Diego, and any of the other stuff I touched on? It was good to see some familiar faces in San Diego too, with O'Hearn and Laureano out there, both playing well for the San Diego Padres as
well. I mean, let's get this out of the way real quick. I see a lot of people, including Barstool, RDT, fighting for who says no for Trevor Rogers being the Cy Young. I love the positivity, but he's not going to get it.
He doesn't deserve it.
He doesn't have it. He just doesn't have enough. And I love that we're fighting for it right now. I mean, we got to focus on positives, like we've talked about. Let's end the year strong on a good note, and we are at the moment. Hopefully, after sweeping a playoff team. I mean, they've basically clinched a wild card seed no matter what. But yeah, it was good to see. I mean, it was good to see good pitching all the way around, bullpen included, for the most part. And obviously it's fun to go back and beat some of the guys that you got rid of. I mean, obviously we love those guys, but I mean, you don't want to let those guys beat you, I mean, you gotta have a little pride here. So That was fun. It was good to see playing some decent baseball. Brian?
Now, from what I've been able to watch, it's been pretty darn nice to see us, kind of finishing the year on a positive note. Like we said, there's a lot of negativity throughout the duration of the year. So I'm really happy to see that we're doing what we're doing. There are some guys that, I mean, we won't even probably remember their names next year, but it's good to see guys at least putting up some good numbers, and maybe gives them an opportunity to get a job next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this time of year is all about.
Yeah. Jersey Jerry back in September. Is he our September king? What's he doing? Because he's just he's only on the Orioles in September.
And he gets clutch hits, man. He fills that role. I mean, I don't know if everyone remembers last year when Westberg was hurt, and then Urias got hurt there for a stint, and we're like, oh fuck, what are we gonna do at third? And Jersey Jerry comes in and I mean, he held it down for a couple weeks. So, good for him though.
The name is so great, Jersey
Yeah,
Jerry.
yeah. It's Emmanuel Rivera is the guy we're talking about. For those of you who aren't clued in there, also Tyler Wells made his return the other day. What did you think about that, Brooks? You're the resident pitcher. Did you like what you saw?
I didn't get to watch it. I didn't get to watch his start. I watched some of that game. I got bits and pieces of it, but I didn't get the totality of it. But obviously the numbers were good. I didn't get to see like in terms of like how his velo lasted throughout the entire game, how his stuff was moving, command, blah, 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 because I didn't see the whole picture. But the numbers are the numbers. He came out and solid start, solid first start back. Good for him. I hope I know everybody wants to see him at the back of the bullpen. I don't think his stuff is going to play at the back. I think his mentality plays. I love his mentality. But I don't think his stuff will play back there to be our closer. I think that's a need that we're going to probably need to address in the offseason, whether that's down in the lower leagues internally, or if we're going to go out and get somebody. We'll see how that plays out. And maybe they're going to play with that scenario here towards the end of the year. I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, like we said, let's get these guys healthy. Let's get some quality starts. Even if they're not quality starts, let's get their feet wet again before going into a full healthy off season to get ready for next year.
Yeah. And just going back to what you were saying about the velo, he's fastball 4-seam averaged about 92.7, maxed out at 94.3. So averaging about 93, maxed out about 94. The cutter was going about 88 to 89 miles per hour, which I think is pretty normal for him as well. He threw 85 pitches over 5 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no walks allowed. Like that.
We like that.
The numbers look good. 85 pitches. I'm sure that's probably right around where their goal was for the start. I have nothing but positives to take from both Bradish and Wells' first couple starts here.
Agree with you here, Laura. Well, we had to bring it up because I see a couple people chirping on Twitter about it. I don't think it's serious, but I thought I'd bring it up. Let's just congratulate a good season. And these two guys are, I mean, pick one, right? Pick one at this point. Yeah. So,
Antonio going to Italy for 2 weeks tomorrow at 4:30. Antonio, good for you, man. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Have fun.
And I saw something up here about Arkansas State's first matchup ever. That's a little surprising.
How is that possible?
You thought that the Arkansas Razorbacks would get like a little cupcake in there early in the season, years and years ago at some point, right? This is kind of, unless Arkansas State was a team they were afraid of getting upset by. I'm surprised this is the first matchup. Case. I know. I mean, I can't believe this is the first matchup.
I don't know how that's possible.
It's crazy. Other news around the league: Roman Anthony, star center fielder, rookie for the Red Sox, is going to miss the rest of the regular season, at least it seems, with an oblique strain. Apparently, the timetable for this type of injury is around 4 to 6 weeks, but we know with these obliques, they kind of linger for a little bit longer. So wouldn't be surprised if you don't see him in the playoffs. That's a really big blow to the Red Sox. He's looking like a stud. He's only been in the league since June 9th, but he's batting .292. He's got 8 homers in 71 games, and he's a dog in the outfield. So, and
speaking of stud,
just extended him.
Yeah.
Beginning of this year, or actually,
speaking of stud rookies who got extended early, Sam Basayo the other night I saw is batting .190 with 1 home run. Should we send him down? Is he a bust?
Yeah, he sucks.
I mean, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I don't see anybody saying that, but I mean, I'm just bringing up what's been brought up in the past. That's just ridiculous fodder for Orioles Twitter at times. But yeah, like we said, he's gonna get his feet wet. He's gonna struggle at some point. He came up and it was barreling everything up. So people are going to figure it out. So.
Also in Red Sox news, staying on there, they extended Aroldis Chapman through next season, and I think they gave him an option for the season after. He is pitching some of the best baseball of his career right now, which is pretty insane because he's a Hall of Fame type player. Not a Hall of Fame type person, at least early in his career, but
Nah.
you have to remember that. But anyway, just wanted to mention that because that's a guy we were talking about. Maybe if the Orioles want to bolster their bullpen in the offseason, going after a guy like him, he's not on the table.
I was thinking about this the other day because I was banging the drum. Like I would love to go for the Orioles to go out and get a Aroldis Chapman this offseason. Obviously, they can't do that now. I said that probably about a week or whenever we faced the Red Sox, and I'm like, this dude is just. I knew he was having a good year, but
he's nasty.
The guy's stuff is still nasty, man. It's still top in the league. One of the top pitchers in the league at 36 years old, 37 years old, however old he is.
He's from Cuba. He could be 49. You don't even know.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
49, like Miguel Tejada.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
People don't talk about that enough, about Nelson Cruz and Miguel Tejada. Nobody really knows their exact age. But yeah, not the greatest person in the world in terms of his personal life. And I was thinking about this the other day, and it came up. It kind of popped into my head after I was talking about how I'd love the Orioles to go make a run at him this offseason. And it's, why did he not get blacklisted and Bauer did? Like some of the shit like that gets picked and choosed.
We pick and choose what we want to be right.
Yeah.
It's simplistic as that.
Me. Yeah.
And then social media's, stepped up its game massively since the transgressions he had when he had them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that
true.
Probably, and look, I'm not saying I'm right, but that's where my mind goes.
No, I think that's probably is right. So
while we're on the topic of piece of shit left-handed pitchers, let's talk about Framber Valdez.
Speaking of a guy that I wanted to get in the offseason as well.
I haven't seen this yet, but dear God, I heard this is brutal.
So this is basically what happened. It was a 1-0 pitch. That he was throwing a 1-0 pitch to Trent Grisham with the bases loaded in, I think, one of the second, third, fourth inning, whatever it was. It was in the middle of the game. And he shook off the catcher. And he shook him off again. And the catcher's like, okay, step off. He doesn't step off. He throws the pitch, and it gets just sent into the seats for a grand slam. Next batter comes up. In the second pitch of the at-bat, the catcher calls curveball. And Framber Valdez throws a fastball right at his fucking chest, and the catcher's crossed up and fucking hits him right in the chest. And apparently the Astros locker room was not happy about it. And Framber walked backwards off the mound as soon as it happened. Basically just completely crossed up his catcher on purpose and just throw a 94-mile-an-hour fastball right at his face.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. His agent comes out and says this is misguided to think that. If you look at the video, Framber's reaction is pretty telling. I don't necessarily know if it is 100% true, but I've been watching baseball for a long time. It seems like Framber was really, really frustrated with the catcher because of the grand slam and just fucking threw at him. And I think it's bullshit. I think it's you can't show up, especially your teammates. I mean, you can't even show up the other team like that. I think it's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it.
If this was an accident, you responded very poorly after that. Oh, yeah,
exactly.
Number two, this is a great way to get yourself punched in the mouth in the locker room after a game.
Oh, yeah.
And number three, this is the guy I wanted the Orioles to go out and get, but that changed my opinion real fast.
Yeah.
That shit you can break your catcher's wrist and he's out for the rest. He's out for the rest of the year. You could cost somebody
him in
money.
The face mask and concuss him and give him long-term damage. It's ridiculous.
There's so many, don't get me wrong. Accidents happen. Cross-ups happen. I'd imagine it happens a whole lot less with the pitch comm stuff now. Maybe it does with I don't know. It's tough to even make an argument, to be honest with you. It
looks bad.
It's bad.
I look forward to watching it.
It's ridiculous. I mean,
it's gonna piss you off.
Yeah, it's
gonna
piss you off.
I'm mad.
It hits him in the chest protector, and he turns around and just walks off the mound and doesn't even look at the catcher.
What if the catcher charged his own pitcher?
Dude, I thought about it. I was like, what if he fucking threw his helmet at him?
Yeah,
the batter's just standing there like, what the fuck do I do?
And Pigtown's right. This could have escalated even further. Don't get as a pitcher, I've crossed up guys before on accident, just because like if went back when there were signs with guys on second and like you just mix up how the signs are being called, like it happens, right? But there was also times where like I've talked about this before, my 4-seam would cut and then I would throw a 2-seam, and for whatever reason I'd get too far on one side of the ball on my 2-seam and it would cut instead of run, and that would piss off my catcher, and I might get one back at my knees on accident. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Like,
this is apples to oranges because it was curveball and he throws fast.
Exactly.
It's not even 4-seam, 2-seam. We get that. You can miss glove side. All right, cool, happens. Yeah, that is what it is. But and then to step off the mound, I'm pissed just watching. I can feel my blood pressure rising. Yeah. So
and as a guy who defends pitchers a lot of times,
you can't on this one.
I can't. Like if he went like, oh shit. Like if you went like, oh, I'm so, like something, I needed something there. He just turned around and walked off, pissed off, back off the mound. Like, yeah.
Either way, I mean, look, if it was on purpose, like Brooks said, if it's on purpose, he's a piece of shit. If it was not on purpose, either way, like Brooks said, it's a bad look because of the way he handled it. It just didn't. It just came off really negatively. And I've watched it a couple times, and it feels like it was on purpose based on what I saw, but I don't know for sure. Nobody really knows for sure, other than the catcher and the pitcher, really.
But catcher did the right thing in his post-game interview and said like it was a miscommunication. Like basically tried to get away from that being the case and there being drama with it. So the catcher handled this whole entire thing the right way. So
all right. We have talked enough baseball at this point. I think it is time to get into our NFL preview show.
Because I know the NFL is going to take over everything the rest of the show. So the Clippers news. The Clippers should not be trending in September.
What's going on with the Clippers? I don't even know.
Oh, you have no idea?
No. It's like a kid on Christmas.
So the Clippers and Steve Ballmer are being accused of circumventing the salary cap.
Oh, I'm seeing this. Holy shit.
So they started there's a shell company. It begins with a circumventing bulging disc.
Dude, where is Pablo Torre getting all this fucking information? Does he have birds and trees following everyone? What's going? This is insane. Every story that comes out, it's Pablo Torre.
And by the way, I watch this podcast. It's incredible to watch. It's very scattered. It's kind of got a weird it doesn't really go chronologically, but it works. And so the Clippers basically set up a shell company, and Steve Ballmer dumped $50 million into this shell company, and I can't remember what it's called. It's called like Assurance or Accenture or
Genius.
And they were paying Kawhi Leonard additional money for a no-show job, 4 years, $28 million, to circumvent the salary cap. And we've talked about how like those tiers of salary caps and how the NBA is kind of a little bit wonky when it comes to all this stuff.
Yeah.
And so this has got to piss off other owners. And now maybe other owners have the same shit going on. And you have to remember that Adam Silver is still his bosses are the owners of those teams. So it's kind of like a very puppeteer kind of judicial system that they have going on in all sports, really. So, but it doesn't look good. Now, there's precedent for this. And the precedent, because we are Gary Williams Stole My Lawn Furniture podcast, has to do with a Maryland basketball player. And that precedent was set by a Maryland basketball player taken number 1 overall named Joe Smith. And when Joe Smith and the Minnesota Timberwolves did something not to this extent, but something semi-similar, the Timberwolves were docked 5 first-round picks.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Coaches were suspended. The team was fined. Now, look, they were fined like $5 million, which to a team is like a drop. That's a parking ticket. But 5 first-round picks is not a parking ticket.
Holy shit, I didn't know that. That's crazy. That's why the team was so bad for so long, I guess.
Yeah,
also, Joe's good call out with the Joe Smith. Like that's I didn't know this.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. That's crazy. I'm honestly, number one, my first question is, how many other teams are doing this? Because it feels
Yeah.
like probably a lot of teams are doing this. And number two, like, how much trouble are they going to get in? Are they like, if the NBA does an investigation, which I'm assuming they will, because this is a competitive balance question, I would say.
Yeah.
How much trouble are the Clippers going to get in, and will the NBA try to set a precedent? It seems like what they tried to do with the Joe Smith stuff back in the day, completely SMU them and just give them the death penalty.
Yeah,
interesting.
so there's multi layers of this. I've read the article. I had to read the article 3 times and then watch the Pablo Torre's podcast. Pablo Torre finds out, just to really get an understanding. And it's very convoluted, but it is serious. I mean, this is big news, and they're gonna get crushed on this one. But once again, how many other owners are doing the same shit?
When was the Joe? Was that early 90s, late 80s?
Mid to late 90s?
It was 2000 when the NBA set out the punishment. I think he was drafted in like 95-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he was drafted by the Warriors. And then he ended up going, like, something happened where, like, basically I think his name's Glenn Taylor, the former owner now of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I'm looking at it, yeah. Like,
they basically made a free agent deal on, like, a back of the napkin. That's really what occurred. And I don't know how that is illegal, but that's the precedent they're going to go off of. And the guy who broke the Joe Smith story, whoever that investigative reporter was, and he's got it. It's a name that we all know, but it's escaping me right now. He said that what is going on now with the Steve Ballmer stuff doesn't even compare. It is so much more vast, so much bigger than what happened with the Joe Smith stuff. So 5 first-round picks for Joe Smith. I mean, you could really get an SMU death penalty kind of situation here for the Clippers.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if they're going to still, I mean, that's 25 years ago. I wonder if that's still going to be a precedent, or if this is going to be different, if this is going to be less or more. Like, I don't know where this is going to go, or how in depth this is.
Stern and Silver also very different people in terms of the way they handle these kind of things. So we'll see. I don't really know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
that's crazy. I didn't know about that at all. That's really cool. Interesting. It's not cool. It's like it's something I've never heard of happening.
Yeah, like I said, the Clippers should not be trending in September. They shouldn't be. And why?
It's always bad. It's always bad news. Always bad news for the Clippers when they're trending and it's not basketball season. We remember the last time. So.
And think about that. The Clippers can't catch a break, man. So I didn't realize that Steve Ballmer is the richest owner of all people. He's the 6th richest person in the world.
He's the richest sports owner in the world, right?
In the world, yeah.
No.
So he has this kind of money to dump.
Yeah, 4 major sports, I think.
I think I think the Walmart family is.
Well, yeah, they probably got a lot of money. Anyway, all right. We're moving on to football. Before we get into the preview, just a couple of housekeeping things. Jets all-pro guard Elijah Vera Tucker, who's probably their best offensive lineman, has torn his tricep. He is out for the year. That's a big blow to the Jets. I don't really know what else to say about their offensive line struggles over the course of the past couple of years, but their offensive line has been really bad, and that's going to really hurt them because he is one of their best guys. And then this story came out because Brian loves talking about Micah Parsons so much. We're going to bring it up. Apparently, the Eagles made the biggest push for Micah Parsons in the offseason, but the Cowboys immediately nixed it, saying that they would not trade him in the division, but instead ended up trading him to the Packers, who beat them in the playoffs like 3 times in the past 20 years. So I don't really know what the point is. I just wanted to bring it up just to piss Brian off. So
no, it's fine because I'm going to piss you off even more as well. How the flying fuck did Micah Parsons pass the Packers physical? And now he might need an epidural in order to get his back right. How did he pass a physical? Or did you not really give him a physical?
I don't know.
Look,
I don't think they care. I don't think they care what's on the physical. They're just like, we're getting Micah Parsons no matter what.
2 first-rounders are going to be in the 20s anyway. Who cares? Like, we get Mike Parsons. Like, they literally don't care.
Oh, yeah, he passed the physical. Now he needs an epidural. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Like, what did he do? Hurt his back going to White Castle?
Maybe. Probably squatting 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, right. Something like that. All right. Anyway, we're gonna get into the preview here.
By the way, I hope the Cowboys can't stop the run tonight because all Jerry Jones talked about is them stopping the run. It's their big thing. That's why they got the guy in that trade. I hope they get run straight through.
Oh, they're going to.
Well, do you know who is on the
going
other
to.
team? His name is Saquon.
Ooh.
He's gonna kill them.
The Bacalais.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get into our NFL preview here, but before we get into our overall preview, where we pick all of the playoff teams and all that stuff, we have not done our last preview, which is the AFC North, which is our division. So we're gonna give it a little bit more time today. The betting odds are as follows to win the division. The Browns are 40-1, which is astounding. And then the Steelers follow at plus 475, so about 5-1 for the Steelers. Bengals plus 290, so sitting around 3-1. And then the Ravens are prohibitive favorites in this division at minus 170. What stands out to you, like just immediately hearing the odds? Minus 170, 3-1 for the Bengals, 5-1 for the Steelers, and 40-1 for the Browns. Anything stand out to you in particular, Brian? Or you think these numbers are pretty good?
They're pretty spot on. Kevin Stefanski's getting fired. It's going to be pretty sweet.
Kevin Stefanski's won 2 Coach of the Year awards in the last 6 years, and he's going to get fired. It's not his fault.
Kiss of death, dude. It's a kiss of death, man.
Yeah,
he shouldn't be fired. He should not be fired whatsoever because he's got a dog shit team. But yeah, I think those numbers are pretty much spot on. I don't trust the Steelers with a potato gun because they're doing non-Steeler things, and so when you get outside of your own comfort zone, things usually tend to go wrong unless they catch lightning in a bottle here with all these guys. I think the Bengals are going to be better than anticipated. And I like the Ravens where they sit. I think they're the best and most complete team. We got backups that are starters on other teams.
Yeah.
So I think everything's kind of aligned appropriately with those betting odds.
Yeah. Brooks, you in the same boat there?
Do
you like the Steelers a little bit more than the Bengals, maybe? Or
I do. I do actually. Yeah. I do. I do want to make that argument just because, and the only reason is we're going to go back. We've said it 1,000 times. The defense for the Bengals is just, unless they do something here to pick somebody else up or make a splash trade to get some guys,
it's bad.
I just don't see it, man. We saw it last year. They're putting up 40 some points a game and can't win games. There's got to come a point, right? So I can't put my money on them to come in second and know the Steelers are sitting there and they went out and got Ramsey and they got DK Metcalf and they got Slay. They got Jonnu Smith. They got Slay as a corner. They got some other guys, albeit some older guys, some veteran guys. And do I think Rodgers is going to be the difference maker? No, but I think he's an upgrade from Russ. And it's not going to matter who's playing quarterback if their offensive line doesn't play better than it did last year. Sure. But they are healthier, so we'll see. So I think the Steelers are going to be better this year than we saw last year. I really do. And I think their offensive line is going to be a little bit better. We'll see if they gel. We'll see if these older guys can actually play a little bit still. I know Slay had a little bit of struggles last year, I believe, just because he's getting a little bit older. But at the same time, Ramsey's still playing at a high level. Jonnu Smith had a good year last year.
Really good.
DK's still a stud. It's just, can you get him the ball?
And can he stay healthy?
Exactly, that too. So yeah, I would put more money in stock into the Steelers finishing above the Bengals. But yeah, I think everything else is. I think we run away with the division again. Knock on wood. And I do think that there's just not enough going on down there in Cleveland to make a difference.
I just knocked on wood and Carlos just came sprinting down the stairs thinking someone's at the door.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I just don't really see a scenario if Lamar plays all 17 games. I don't really see a scenario where any other team wins this division. Like Brooks said, that the Bengals defense is just abysmal. It was the worst defense and one of the worst defenses in NFL history last year, and they did basically nothing to improve it. And the best player on that defense is unhappy because he spent all of training camp without a deal and then didn't get the long-term number that he wanted. So I just don't really see it for the Bengals. I think they're going to score, like Brooks said, 40 points a game like they did last year. But that offense is unbelievable, and they're going to fire on all cylinders, but that defense is abysmal. And I think the Steelers, like, if Aaron Rodgers played like he did last year with the Jets, which is not good by Aaron Rodgers standards, but it's still probably better than anything. It's probably better than anything the Steelers have put out in the last 5 years.
Last 3-4 games look pretty good.
Yeah,
but it took a while to get back to normal to that point.
Between Kenny Pickett and Duck Hodges and Mason Rudolph and all the jamboree of quarterbacks that they've gone through over the course of the last 5 years. Yeah.
Did you just use the word jamboree?
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
I would say the other thing about Aaron Rodgers too is I trust him more than Justin Fields and Russ. I know Russ is a veteran as well, but I still trust Aaron Rodgers to make the correct checks and get them into the right situations than I do those other two guys. In terms of, I mean, we said it with the Jets, like for him to be successful there, they need to go through the run game, but we saw their offensive line was doo-doo, and there's just no run game to be had.
Doo-doo.
So, I mean. But I do think he's going to make the right checks. He's going to make the right calls. I've got more faith in him than I do Russ or Justin Fields at this point. So
I think that the strength of their offense this year, as opposed to the last few years, is they're going to be able to run the ball a little bit better. I think losing Najee
I like Jalen Warren.
I agree. I think losing Najee Harris is addition by subtraction. I don't think that guy's very good. I think he's been underwhelming since he came out of Alabama. I think Jalen Warren has been better than him for the last couple of years, and they were kind of forced to play Najee because he was the first round pick. Now they got this rookie Caleb Johnson, who people like a lot. That's going to be splitting time with Jalen Warren. I think their backfield is going to be a little bit better. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to work off the play action a little bit more. I think he likes doing. And I don't know. I kind of agree with Brooks. I think there's an argument the Steelers are better than the Bengals, but the Bengals are obviously sexier, not more star top end talent. That I would say than the Steelers. So I understand the betting lines as well. Do we even want to discuss the other team in the division, the Brownie the Elves, or are we good?
No, they have an elf as a mascot. No, we're good.
I mean, the only thing that we had to discuss here is Joe Flacco is going to sling it. They're going to be down in a ton of games. He's going to be slinging the ball. He's probably going to throw a pretty good amount of picks, but he's going to throw some deep balls. He's going to put up some yards.
Hey, look, the number one overall pick they drafted in the 5th round, he's going to start a couple games. That's going to work out well.
They drafted him in the 5th round after they drafted another quarterback who's 5'10", by the way.
Got a great tattoos, though. It's awesome. All right.
But I mean, I will say
in the league is really good. So
give credit.
Worked out really well.
Give credit where credit's due. Both those guys, I know it's preseason. It's all stock bullshit, right? But they actually looked okay, right? Like better than I think people thought they would. But Joe's going to start either the whole year or most of the year. Jerry Jeudy's going to catch a ton of balls in my prediction. Yeah. And because I mean, who else is there to catch balls for
him? For Flacco?
Yeah. I mean, they
Jerry
got Jeudy,
David
they got
Njoku,
and that's it. And
I
don't even know.
Tillman. There's a guy named Tillman.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's Cedric.
Nick Chubb's gone. Nick Chubb's down in Houston now. They got Judkins as one of their draft.
He's not even signed. He's not even on the team yet.
I know. No,
he's literally not a Brown.
Nope. So
Miles
Garrett's back there.
What I hear is a pie to the face bet. I will take the Bengals to finish higher in the division than the Steelers.
Oh, okay.
This is a good bet because I think
me versus the two of you.
I like this. I like this bet just because I can see, like, I'm not putting my money on the Bengals. I'm putting them on the Steelers because I'm just going to have more trust in the Steelers. And we went into all that, right?
Yeah.
But if things break the right way for the Bengals in terms of like their defense starts to figure it out a little bit, they could easily finish above the Steelers.
Are we? Is this a handshake that we're doing a pie to the face?
Yeah, that's
I'm down with that.
Cool. All right, that's our bets. I got the Bengals finishing higher than the Steelers in the division. The reason I'm also going with the Bengals is team continuity, just comfortability. That unit's been together longer, and I
agree with that.
The one sport that really is very, very, very team focused is football.
In terms of continuity.
Yeah, because so many moving parts, checks, and stuff like that. And that's why I don't trust the Steelers. It's not because they didn't bring in good players. It's because they brought in a bunch of misfit toys.
No,
They're all getting
gel.
kind of thrown together and need to gel. And they might gel later in the season.
Yeah.
But
They might gel right away. Who knows, right? Or they might never. Who knows?
If there's any coach in the league that I'm gonna be coaching a land of misfit toys, it's probably Mike Tomlin, because
I agree.
He's done it in the past, and he's shown he's capable of doing so. So
there is totally one concur with you. Yeah, without a doubt.
One famous. I mean, we talked about the Bengals not doing much this offseason in terms of, did they do anything on their offensive line that I'm forgetting about, or is it all?
I can't remember.
Their offensive line has been an issue. I think they might have drafted somebody high.
I think their best offensive lineman is Orlando Brown.
It might be.
Well, yeah, they got him last
Which
year.
Which is not a good situation to be in. He should be like your fourth best offensive lineman.
But well, we'll see. I remember they brought him in. They brought him in last year to try to help out. I mean, they had to do something because Joe's. I mean, you can't have him ending up like Andrew Luck. So they tried to do something. I don't know if they did anything this offseason that I can remember off the top of my head. Their defense is essentially the same. And the famous quote that I heard this week out of Bruce Arians' mouth was, "Can't make chicken salad out of chicken shit." So you got to have the players out there to do something. If you have all the same players and they're still chicken shit, you're not gonna make chicken
really
salad.
Bad chicken salad. Really bad. And it wouldn't be the right color.
He said that on McAfee show. He said that on McAfee show this week about UNC's basically all their talent on their roster, and I just started laughing hysterically. I was like, that's why I love Bruce Arians.
All right. So we're going to get into it now. We're going to do our playoff picture. We're going to do our award winners, and we're going to do our Super Bowl picks. After that, we are going to pick our games against the spread for week 1. So we can get into that. And then we're going to talk some other stuff, maybe some surprises, some bets that we like, some fantasy stuff. But anyway, we'll get into the meat and potatoes here of our preview show. And because we have just spent the last maybe 15 minutes on the AFC North, I think we should start with that. Who has everybody got winning the AFC North? I would assume we are all in lockstep here with the home team, unless somebody wants to get frisky.
Nope, that's it. I think even if Lamar, knock on wood, does get hurt, I think there's just too much talent on this Ravens team to not pull this thing out, especially defensively. So
concur.
Yeah. And Cooper Rush isn't that bad. If Lamar gets hurt for a couple games, Cooper Rush could win a few games for us, and he's really not that bad. He just handed it to Derrick Henry. Yep. The team or the division that we didn't really preview, the AFC East, will be the next one. The betting odds are as follows for the AFC East: the Bills -330, the Patriots +475, the Dolphins are 10-1, and the Jets are 22-1 to win the AFC East. I'm going to take the Bills. No surprises here. They're the best team in this division by a mile. I think the Patriots will improve. I think the Dolphins are getting a little bit too much shit this offseason. I don't think they're going to be great by any means, but I think they're not going to be like one of the worst teams in the league, like a lot of people seem to think they are.
Yeah, and, they were so injury riddled last year that people don't really. They tend not to bring that up. I mean, we all know Tua's a walking,
especially
crutch,
like the line in week 1, which we'll talk about. Actually, I'll get into the line in week 1 later with the Dolphins and the Colts. But anyway, I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills to win this division, and I honestly don't even care who's on the roster as long as Josh Allen's on the team. They're the best team in the division according to me. Brooks, you agree?
Same.
Yeah. Brian?
Give me Justin Fields and the Jets. No, I'm kidding. Give me fucking Josh Allen. Kidding me?
Justin Fields and the Jets. Give me a break.
Yeah.
All right. Next division.
I've seen better arms on chairs.
Armchair quarterback. Next division is the AFC West. We will see a little AFC West action tomorrow night in Brazil with the Chiefs taking on the Chargers on that field where everyone tore their ACLs last year. Can we figure that out?
Is this unfair to the Chiefs and the Chargers? It being a division game? This is fucking bullshit. Give them the Jags and the Panthers. All right. Yeah. It doesn't need to be a division game, which are big money games.
Remember,
big tailgating games. You can jack up secondary market ticket prices. This is bullshit.
We thought
it's more unfair to the Chargers. This is a home game for them.
It's fucking
Well,
trash.
the Chargers don't have a home field advantage. Let's get real here.
Well,
But-
I agree with you, but that's still bullshit. You just took a home game away from that team. That sucks.
Yeah. If you remember this last year, it was Eagles, Packers. We thought we lost Jordan Love for the season at a certain point in this game, but we ended up getting him back, and he played terribly because he was hurt the whole year. I hope they improve the playing surface itself. I don't even care really about anything else other than that. I want the players to come out of this game healthy. These week 1 games anyway are, tend to be a little bit of a misnomer when you get into the meat and potatoes of the season. So, I think I've said meat and potatoes a few times. Yeah, a lot of meat and potatoes. We're getting real sweaty in here. But anyway, the division odds are as follows. The Chiefs are minus 115, so just past even money to win. The Broncos plus 240. A lot of people like the Broncos this year in this division as dark horses. Even in the Super Bowl race as dark horses. The Chargers are plus 370, and the Raiders are 22-1. I think that number is a little out of whack. I think the Raiders have a better chance of winning this division than the Jets do the other division. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I am going to take the Chargers to win this division. I know a lot of people are on the Broncos. I know a lot of people are probably going to pick the Chiefs. I'm going to go a little bit out there with this one and take the Chargers. I trust Jim Harbaugh. I like Justin Herbert going into his second year. With the offensive coordinator. I don't love Greg Roman per se. I think the rookie running back Marion Hampton is going to be a stud. I'm looking for him to pound the rock. It sucks that they lost Rashawn Slater for the year so early, but I think they can overcome it with good coaching. And I know this division is going to be a dogfight until the end. At least that's what I think. I might be going a little bit too far out on a limb here, but I need to go change it up and stop picking the favorites. So give me the Chargers to win this one. Brooks, what do you got?
Man, I was kind of leaning towards going different on this one too, but again, I say it every year. I need to stick with it because I stray from it and I bite my tongue every time. I can't go away from the Chiefs until they prove me otherwise.
Yeah. And you're smart. Baltimore, Buffalo, and Kansas City to win those divisions is probably a pretty safe bet.
But I mean, like you said, I think the Chargers and the Broncos have pretty damn close not odds, but like I think we could see either one of those teams win this division.
Yeah, for sure. Brian, what do you got?
What is the drink of Maryland?
The Black-Eyed Susan.
Well,
that's the flower.
It has fruit juice, triple sec, vodka in it.
He loves the Orange Crush jerseys.
Give me the Orange Crush, baby. Give me the Orange Crush. I'm going Broncos. I'm sticking into it. Bo Nix, shortest name in the NFL, 5 freaking letters. All right, I like it. And I'm going to give you
shortest name in the NFL. My first name has more names or more letters than his whole name.
The word jamboree has more letters in
it.
My only hold up with the Broncos is that they're not surprising anybody this year. Like I feel like they surprised a lot of guys last year because nobody thought they were going to be shit.
I put on a fucking magic show. You asked me to pick the team that's going to win the damn division.
No,
I'm picking the Broncos because they got the best defense probably in the NFL, and also the loss of Rashawn Slater. And you already mentioned it, Dusty. If not for losing Rashawn Slater, I'm taking the Chargers. Yeah. But because of that, I'm taking the Broncos.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't disagree with you. I think the Broncos or the Chargers can easily win this division. I think I could be very wrong. I don't know who's winning this division flat out.
This is I believe the toughest division in the league this year. I know we're talking about
the coaches in this division.
Them, but yeah, it's up there. Yeah, really good coaches in this division.
Hall of Famers.
Yeah, all of them are Hall of Famers. Look, my Chargers pick, I'm just going to say this, but just last, if Justin Herbert, if the breakout's not going to happen this year, is it ever going to happen? Like, we need to see it at some point. You've been in the league like 6 years now, man. Like, I know a lot of people love the talent and everything. I want to see it. You got Keenan Allen, you got Lad McConkey, you got Keenan Allen, you got Quentin Johnson coming off of a resurgent year. You got a rookie 3rd-round receiver. You got weapons around you. Like let's fucking go out there and win some fucking games, Justin.
I don't even think it's the breakout. I think it's like winning the game at the end of the game when it matters, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think obviously he puts up numbers. He's a great quarterback. He's like you need to win a game at the end of the game yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is, I think, probably the first time ever that all three of us have picked a different team to win a division.
And honestly, I don't disagree with either of your two picks.
Me neither.
Like I have no idea. Like I have no idea who's going to win this division.
I just know it's probably not going to be the Raiders.
Probably not going to be the Raiders. But look, Gino and Pete Carroll have
great forehead. Great forehead. Gino Smith, great forehead. First team all forehead.
Both those guys have pulled rabbits out of a hat before. Christ.
Raiders, by the way, a little bit down the board fantasy watch. If Amari Cooper's available in your league, maybe snag him. Jacoby Myers is looking for a trade. Amari Cooper might be the number one on the Raiders in like week 2. I don't know if that means a lot, but just saying. Just another thing to just point out. Also, Nick Bonito, star edge rusher linebacker kind of hybrid for the Broncos, who was really popping off the screen last year, just got paid 4 years, 120, 70 guaranteed.
Really? Wow.
For a hybrid on-ball, off-ball linebacker. A lot of money. Biggest deal in franchise history for a non-QB for the Broncos. So good for him.
Are they still paying Russ this year?
I think this is the last year of it, right?
I think it's the last year. I think it's next year too. I really think it's next year. I think
it's certainly possible. I really don't know, but
that's why I can't. And we've talked about this before. I can't believe what the Broncos are doing because they have so much dead cap money. Yeah. It's nuts.
But it's all young guys.
Rookie quarterback, man. Guys. Rookie quarterback. That's all you.
And all those defenders are all young guys. And I would imagine this Bonito deal is probably backloaded. Potentially, I don't really know, but.
I think it's this year and next year. Russ is still getting paid, and he's getting paid like $25 million or $30 million, which is stupid.
All right, let's move on to the next division, one that we're probably going to spend a million years on because it's so fascinating. The AFC South. The Houston Texans are plus 105. The Jacksonville Jaguars are plus 270. The Colts are plus 425, and the Titans are plus 650. So all of the odds here are kind of bunched together a little bit closer. Titans, could they have a little Jaden Daniels-y number 1 overall pick for like out of nowhere team vibes? Could they? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really love their offensive weapons. Ridley and Pollard are pretty good players, but Spears coming into the season hurt. I couldn't name their number 2 receiver. I have literally no idea. I couldn't name anybody on their defense other than Jeffrey Simmons. The only reason I know his name is because their number 1 quarterback got no fight with him in like the first week of practice.
They're different sizes, by the way. One guy's not that big. One
guy's a D-tackle.
Enormous.
Yeah. The Colts just named Daniel Jones their starting quarterback, so we're just going to skip past them. The Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars have new head coach Liam Cohen and second overall pick Travis Hunter, who's going to be apparently playing a lot of offense and a little bit of defense. At least that's what it seems like.
They came out. I think they came out and officially said he's going to be starting wide receiver and backup corner.
Yeah, which I think is probably smart for him. He's going to be alongside Brian Thomas Jr., who was one of the breakout rookies of the year last year. We'll see if Liam Cohen is able to inject into the offense what he did in Tampa with Baker Mayfield last year. If Trevor Lawrence throws for 4,500 yards this year and Tank Bigsby becomes Bucky Irving, that would be pretty awesome for my fantasy teams, but I don't know how realistic it is. And then the Texans, the big question mark is the offensive line. CJ Stroud is going into his 3rd year. Rookie year was one of the best we've ever seen. His 2nd year was a disappointment. A lot of his receivers got hurt. His offensive line is not looking good, but their defense is really, really good, especially in the division they play in. And I think the last 6 weeks of their schedule, they play 5 out of 6 games are in division games, which normally would be tough, but in this division, it's kind of a cakewalk.
And it gives them a lot of leeway to make up some ground pretty quickly
if they're down. So I don't know where I'm going to go with this. I'm going to listen to you guys first and then go.
Run down the odds again. Run down the odds real quick again.
Texans are even money, plus 105. Jags are close to 3-1. The Colts are 4-1, and the Titans are plus 650. Brian, we'll go to you first, and then Brooks, and then I'll pick.
This is a dumpster fire going down a river of a division.
Yeah.
Give me the Jaguars because I'm taking the best hair in the division at quarterback. I'm going with Trevor Lawrence and Liam Cohen. Duval.
Yeah.
All right. Give me Duval.
You let that Jaguar in the Speedo. That's going to be your guy this year. Yeah.
Hey, look, their stadium has a pool in it, so let's go with that too.
Yeah.
That's why I'm taking the Jaguars.
Yeah. Brooks?
Yeah. Believe it or not,
George isn't at home.
George is not at home. Leave a message.
Where could he be?
I am agreeing with Brian here. I think that roster offensively has the most talent in the division, and with an offensive coordinator going in there that revamped and made Baker Mayfield have the career year he did last year and all that, like I think they figure out a way to pull this out. Again, This is another division. I don't know who's going to win it. I just don't think the Titans are going to win it.
Well, if you knew who would win it, it'd be really boring. And also, Fred Taylor is going to lead the league in rushing.
Well, I just can't. I just can't. I can't confidently say man, I just 100% think that this you're not going to talk me out of it. But I'm putting it on the Jags. I think they're being overlooked a little bit. Again, it's what's that offensive line going to do? The reason why I'm not picking the Texans here is because they traded away Laramie Tunsil, their best offensive lineman. I know their defense is pretty damn good in terms of the secondary. Tank Dell still.
Their edge rushers are great. Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson.
Their defense in general, I guess I should say. Tank Dell's still hurt. Stephon Diggs isn't there anymore. I don't know where that offense is going to go. I know Joe Mixon is he definitely out week? Well, he went on the pup list.
He's on the pup list, and the GM said the GM was not committal on him playing this year.
He's like a mystery. He's like Carmen Sandiego right now. He is an absolute mystery.
If he was there,
wrapped in a mystery.
If he was there, I might take I would probably take the Texans because Joe Mixon looks like the Joe Mixon of old last year. He looked good. Yeah, we'll see what Nick Chubb does there. I still think that he's got juice left in the tank. Mm-hmm. But again, I'm going with the talent, and I do think CJ Stroud makes a little bit of a bounce back this year. We'll see. He's got a lot of injuries around him right now, so that defense is going to keep him in games.
I agree with you, Brooksy, and I'm going to say this now because it kind of goes back to the previous division we talked about, and you talked about the Chargers. This is another shit or get off the pot, put up or shut up season for Trevor Lawrence, just like Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
You got to make something happen. You're getting paid to be a game changer, and you better be able to change games at this point.
Remember,
I think Lawrence, Cohen should help with that. I think he's probably going to go all out to make sure he looks good too.
I agree.
Yeah.
Remember, Justin Herbert famously collapsed against the Trevor Lawrence in that playoff game when they were up 28-0 and lost.
Yeah.
The
Ravens got their ass kicked as well by Trevor Lawrence in the first round of the playoffs, but we were also a walking crutch that year as well. So
I saved my name change. This is going to be a team ride division for the Jacksonville.
All right. Team ride.
We are jagging off on this podcast.
Jagging off.
We are jagging off. I wanted to make sure I put wide receiver there so you didn't get confused about the Colorado Buffalo cornerback that played for the Ravens for several years. That is Jimmy Smith, former Jaguar great. Was catching passes from lefty Mark Brunell.
And with Keenan McCardle on the other side, baby.
When we were in the AFC Central. Keenan McCardle, a Terp, right?
I don't know. I know he coached for the Terps. I don't know if he went to
a Terp. I think he's most known. He's most known for being with. Isn't he most known for being with the Bucks? Probably. I don't really know.
He coached at Maryland. Yeah, he didn't play there. He's the wide receiver coach for 2 years. Anyway, two-time Super Bowl champion. Good for Keenan McCardle.
Really?
Yeah.
With the Bucks and with who else?
He was on the Bucks and somebody else. I don't know. I just clicked off his Wikipedia page, or I would tell you. Hold on, we'll go back. I'm taking the Jags as well. I love the new offensive coordinator.
Even though he did some weird shit this offseason.
Yeah, the new coach / offensive coordinator. I think this offense is going to be a lot better. I think I've said this, I think, before already in this podcast. I think Travis Etienne is not very good at football, and I think Tank Bigsby will have his job by maybe week 3 or 4. I think he's just a lot more explosive, and I've taken a lot of him in fantasy, so we'll see. And this dude Tootin is scaring me. I don't like it.
Well, scat
like
back there.
But yeah, I think Brian Thomas Jr. getting a legitimate other number 1 threat receiver, the Biletnikoff Award winner from a year ago, Travis Hunter, is going to be awesome for this offense, and I think they're going to be able to move the ball on any team. I don't know about the defense; I don't necessarily love it. But I know the Houston Texans have definitely the best defense in this division, and potentially one of the best in the NFL. Overall, just based on their depth at corner and edge rusher specifically. But yeah, I really like this Jags team this year. I love them fantasy wise. I love them football wise. I think they're going to win 10 games, and I think whoever wins 10 games in this division is going to win this division.
And I agree with you, because like if ETN doesn't step up, I mean, we saw Tank Bigsby last year. He was fucking good, man. Like,
that
the guy was good. So that, I mean, they have a nice they have a nice little backup plan, and like God knows what we know about this Tootin guy. He ran the fastest 40, and not that means anything, but Christ, I mean, they could make some fun stuff up for him to try to get in open space, right? I mean, so, and I think with Travis Hunter being there, that opens up a ton for Brian Thomas Jr. So there's a lot to like. I think there's a lot of talent here to play with for Cohen. So. We'll see how that actually works out, but that's who I'm putting my money on.
Yep. All right. Do we want to do wild card teams for the AFC now, or do we want to move on to the NFC division winners?
Why don't we just do division? Let's go. Let's stick with the conference.
Division winners, and then we'll do the wild card teams afterwards. Okay, I'm cool with that. We'll move on now to the NFC North. We'll do North, East, West, South like we did the first go around with the AFC. The NFC North is another one of these divisions that's really, really tough to pick. Really close odds-wise. The Packers are the leaders in Vegas, and I think this is kind of new. I think the Lions were the leaders for most of this offseason. The Packers getting a lot of love since the Micah Parsons trade. Green Bay is plus 165 to win this division. The Lions are just behind them at plus 190, so almost identical odds there. The Vikings are a bit behind with their question at quarterback. They won 15 games last year. With Sam Darnold. So if you like that roster from last year and you think J.J. McCarthy is going to be at least serviceable quarterback, I think that's a pretty good bet to make it plus 360 to win this division. And then the Chicago Bears are 6-1. And we were talking about this at my fantasy draft last night. I don't know if any quarterback going into season 2 has ever been set up as well as this, other than Patrick Mahomes, as Caleb Williams has. First round tight end. They also have Cole Kmet, who's a very good tight end, number 2. They have DJ Moore. They have Luther Burden. They have Rome Odunze on the outside. They have DeAndre Swift. They have first-round picks everywhere. They invested in their offensive line. They got Jonah Jackson. They got Joe Thuney, in addition to the first-round picks that they've spent on the offensive line over the course of the last few years. And they get head coach Ben Johnson, who has been the hottest coordinator name for the last really 2 or 3 years. In the NFL, I really like the look of this offense. Is Caleb Williams ready to step up? Once again, I don't think any quarterback has really had a better situation than this.
Shit. They're not going to win the goddamn division.
Okay, so you don't like the Bears. I'm kind of making the case for them as
you could run down the entire roster. They're not going to win the division.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so give us what do you think about the Bears, and why do you not believe in them?
I don't believe in them because I think there's, once again, too many damn moving parts. I don't believe in Caleb Williams. He did not look good outside the pocket. And look, that could have been Matt Eberflus last year, and we already, beat the living hell out of Matt Eberflus from this podcast.
You specifically love Matt
Eberflus. 100%. Without a doubt. I told you get fired. Guess what? Daddy right. All right? Daddy was right. All right?
You were right. You were right.
Look, I just think this has all the makings of a team that is going to be absolutely 100% great next year, not this year.
Okay.
And that's not me shitting on any of their players. I think they're lined up for success for sure. Mm-hmm. I am 100% taking the Packers in this division. Once again, going back to the continuity kind of thing with Matt LaFleur, Jordan Love. The only thing that scares me about Jordan Love is the injury history. Already had to have surgery on a finger. Even though it's his non-throwing hand, doesn't matter. He's still got to be able to hit that ball. but I'm still taking the Packers. I just like the Packers in this division.
Okay, Brooks.
This is a tough one too. I mean, what the fuck we'll get into it even more. I mean, everyone's talking about it. What the fuck was Dallas doing? Micah Parsons is going to make this team that much better. A team that needs help on defense anyway. Can the receiver stay healthy? That's the issue, but they did take their first. They took their first receiver ever in the first round in 30 some years or something like that. I forget what it is.
Yeah.
And apparently he's been going looking incredible so far. Golden from UT, Texas. Right? Yeah. So I like
this
Green
has all
Bay.
the makings of them going after a receiver at the trade deadline. Like you could see a Tyreek Hill maybe going there or something. Maybe I'm just throwing out a name, just throwing shit against a wall here. But maybe
we'll see where they're at that point and how healthy they are. That's really what's going to we'll see. But with that being said, I'm sticking with Detroit. I hate that they lost both coordinators. I think that sucks. But I think if there's any coach that can rally a team, that gels a team, that people get behind and play for, and they have a great offensive line. Hutchinson's back. Can they stay healthy? They were injury riddled at the end of last season, which is why we saw the Commanders go in and whoop their ass basically. Because I mean, they were a walking crutch at the end of last year too. But at the beginning of last year, they looked unbeatable. I mean, if you guys remember, week 6, we were like, all right, best NFC team right now is either the Vikings or them. Not really sure which one, but this is going to be fun to watch. But then we saw them get some injury issues, and then fall off towards the end of the year. But I'm back on them. I like the Lions. I like rooting for the Lions. I like what they're all about. So give me them.
They're probably the best story in sports. Them and the Cleveland Indians in terms of teams that want to need to win a championship. And so the Lions. If I'm wrong, the Lions, I would love it. Absolutely.
And I said it last year. They just remind me of they're starting to build a team and have the. Exactly. They're trying to be like that punch in the mouth, that tough team. And I like that. And it's going to win you games even when you're not the best team. So, health pending again. So I'm with them. I don't love that they lost both coordinators. But
that's another big thing.
We'll see.
That's something that's not. Yeah. Thanks, Donald Driver.
Yes.
Yeah, that's that. And Brooks, thank you for bringing it up. That's very important. Losing those two coordinators, and look, even the Eagles had that problem when they lost both their coordinators that season. I don't think they made the playoffs. I think they lost a bunch of games.
They were 10-0, and then they lost 7 in a row to lose. Yeah,
7.
I think so. Yeah, something like that.
That was Kelsey's final year, and he still regrets that year.
Yeah. And I was going to make that same point, Brian. The history of losing both of your coordinators in the same season, especially coming off a really good year like Detroit is doing. And you can even go back to the early 2000s Patriots. I can't remember the offensive coordinator, but I know they lost Romeo Crennel and their OC in that same year. And then that was after the 3rd Super Bowl that the Patriots won in the early 2000s. And then they really weren't the same until that Russell Wilson miracle that they gave him on the goal line, maybe 8 or 9 years later. It's crazy.
I guess on the flip side, they didn't lose both coordinators last year, but the Eagles fired. I guess they did lose. Did they lose both? Well, they brought in Vic Fangio last year.
No, Fangio's still there. They lost Kellen Moore, which is addition by subtraction.
No, I mean last year, going into last year when they won the Super Bowl, they brought in Vic Fangio. That was his first year.
They lost Steichen and Jonathan Gannon.
And
Steichen and Gannon. Steichen was the OC and Gannon was the DC. Yeah.
So it's possible, right?
Yeah. I buried the lead with my name change there. I'm taking Donald Driver and the Green Bay Packers as well. I really, really, really wanted to take the Lions.
I'm just not going to take
my brother Brooks, but
I'm just not going to take the rookie with the Vikings. I know they won the division last year, right? Did they win the? Yeah, they won the division. They won 15 games.
They lost it because they played the Week 18 game against the Lions.
Regardless, they won 15 games last year. I can't put my money on a rookie quarterback.
No, I totally agree with you. I once again, if Sam Darnold for me is just it's a kind of serviceable quarterback that Kevin O'Connell coached up. And I think JJ McCarthy did a lot of that at Michigan too, but they were successful. So once again, Minnesota still got one of the best rosters in this division. And if you believe in JJ McCarthy at +3, what is it, +360? Yeah, I think this is a pretty good bet. It's a pretty good value for just to win the division out of these 4 teams. But I can't go that far as to do that. I think Green Bay was really close last year, and Jordan Love was not healthy at all. They won 11 games last year with Jordan Love missing a couple of games. He was not healthy. He was in and out of the lineup. Jaden Reed couldn't stay healthy. Now they have a first-round receiver to inject into this offense. They have Micah Parsons, who's one of the best defensive players in the league, to inject into their defense alongside Rashawn Gary with a pass rusher. I think the Packers are going to be. And let's not forget Jacobs. You're right. I think Josh Jacobs, underratedly, one of the best runners in the league. He has like 1,400 yards every year, and nobody talks about him because he's boring, and his name is Josh Jacobs and not Travis Etienne or something fun.
With Vegas, and then he's there, and everyone wants to talk about Aaron Jones not being there anymore.
Yeah.
So,
but I do really, really like this team, this Green Bay Packers team. I think they have a chance to make a Super Bowl push this year. I really do. So I'm going to take Green Bay here in the North. And once again, I wanted to take Detroit, but just losing the 2 coordinators, it's hard to. The history of the league says it's really, really hard to come back from. So we'll move on. I know we spent a little bit more time on that one. That's okay. We spent a little bit more time on that division specifically, but that's one of the tougher divisions to hash out because all 4 of those teams realistically could win that division. And that's not a lot of divisions you can say that about. Maybe one more, and we'll talk about that one in a couple. But NFC East is next. This is probably the most famous division in football. Everyone knows who's in the NFC East. It's the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Commanders, and the Giants. The Eagles are the favorites at -145. They are defending Super Bowl champions. They have the most talent in the league as an overall roster. I think it's pretty hard to argue against it. You can make an argument maybe. The Washington Commanders, off of their really awesome rookie season from Jaden Daniels, are +200. They made it to the NFC Championship game last year and got absolutely torched by the former Philadelphia Eagles. The Cowboys are +850, and the Giants are 18-1 to win this division. The Giants' defensive line looks like it's going to be the best one in the NFL, but that's the only position group that they can say that about. The rest of their team, not so much. Russell Wilson is the quarterback for now. They also have Jameis. They also have a first-round pick in Jackson Dart. We don't really know what's going on at quarterback there, but we know they're going to get after the passer for sure. We have Philly and Dallas tonight. Let's just start with the Dallas Cowboys. What do we think about the Dallas Cowboys this year? And we'll go through the division, whatever. But do you have any thoughts about the Dallas Cowboys? Brian?
Well, I mean, we kind of already went through this division, didn't we? When we talked about them.
Yeah, you're right.
Look. I'm taking the Eagles. The Eagles are outside of the Ravens, the best roster in football. And look, you could go 1A, 1B. It could be the Eagles over the Ravens. I'm taking the Eagles there. And look, and once again, Nick Sirianni is a guy that looks like he needs to get punched in the face. But hey, look, when man won a Super Bowl, man did a job, and congratulations. They are a good D line. They have Jalen Hurts. They still have Saquon. They have great receivers. They're going to be studly as hell. Yeah. Give me the Eagles all day.
Yeah. Brooks?
Yeah, I'm not picking against the Eagles. They lost Slay. They lost CJGJ, I believe. I forget where he ended up going, the Jets maybe. But, I mean, those rookies last year were – on the defensive side were really good.
I've
got nothing.
Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, both of them really good.
Yeah, and I know we've talked about their offensive line still there, right? I mean, but they lost Mekhi Becton. Is that the biggest loss in the world? I don't know. And then somebody is
they lost their center. Cam
is injured right now, right?
Cam something. Cam Jurgens?
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
So they lost him to injury. So there is a little bit of shakeup going there on the offensive line, but I still got faith. I don't think anybody else in the division is going to stack up to him. I think this is going to be. We talked about this when we went over this division. I think they're the class of that league, maybe the entire league. And what Brian said, roster wise, it's got to be 1A, 1B, 1S. Does that matter? We'll see what happens in February and health wise, and when you get between the lines.
But that's where I'm going, Brooks. They have depth.
Mm-hmm.
And even if a guy gets hurt, name a position other than quarterback. Name a position. And actually, this guy McKee is actually pretty damn decent, apparently. Like
the backup, McKee.
So, but hopefully no one gets hurt. But someone inevitably will. But their backups are so good that they might start in other teams. Once again, like what I said about the Ravens.
Their depth in this NFL, it's so hard to come across a team with this much depth. It's really unbelievable how they were able to construct this roster. I can't give them enough credit. I absolutely despise them and their fans, and their head coach has the most punchable face in the whole world.
They got smushed already.
Yeah. But I'm not. This is going to be a team ride on Philly here. There's no other team that can compete with them as far as the roster building and everything like that. They just have so many answers to so many questions. If there's injuries, they have answers everywhere.
And they have no players from Arkansas on their team, so I'm definitely taking the Eagles.
Come on.
Are we sure? I don't know if that's true or not.
We don't know if that's true. That's a non-confirmed fact there.
It's got to take a shot at Joe at some point or another.
As far as the rest of the teams in the division go, Washington has plus 200 odds. They made the NFC Championship last year. I am expecting a little bit of regression. Not a lot, a little bit. They won 12 games last year. I think they won 4 of them in kind of ridiculous ways, especially the Hail Mary game. I'm thinking like 10 wins for Washington. They'll probably sneak in as a wild card, but I'm not as high on them this year, even with the veteran additions that they made to the team. And maybe I'm going to be proven wrong. They're kind of a glass cannon, though. They can
Never heard that term
hit
before.
you.
I like that.
They can hit you quick. They've got really good offense, but their defense scares me. And also, Jaden Daniels could be gone in a second. So I love the explosiveness of the team in the Washington team, and they add Laramie Tunsil to the offensive line. But I just don't.
Love that.
I just don't think that they can. I mean, I think the Eagles could run for 400 yards on them. So I just don't know how they're going to stop the Eagles.
Yeah.
And then
it's hard for anybody. I mean, the best defense of the league is going to have trouble stopping the Eagles. I mean, with AJ Brown, Devonta Smith.
I mean, they have number ones everywhere.
Yeah, they've got weapons everywhere, man. But I will say this. I'm in agreement with you. I think the Commanders take a little bit of a step back. I hope not, because I love Jaden Daniels. I think he's going to be. He's the next Lamar. I mean, I really do. I believe that. He does everything. He's so fucking good. But I think the Cowboys are better than what people think they are. And I honestly think the Giants are a little bit better than what people think they are. Just based off what Brian said, I think they got some playmakers on the defensive side of the ball. So it's, I mean, and if you got Malik Neighbors, man, you figure out a way to get him the ball and
just let him in the flat and let him run.
I know. I mean, we saw him. We saw what he did last.
The ball to the right.
We saw what he did last year, man, with nothing. He did that with nothing. Last year.
Brian Thomas and Jaden Daniels were on the same team. And to Brian's point, they didn't win shit.
They didn't win anything. What the hell?
They had
Brian Kelly, baby. That's that Brian Kelly.
Burrow, Jason Jefferson on the same team. 2 years later, they had Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors, and Brian Thomas Jr. on the same team.
So yeah, my to reiterate. Eagles to win. Cowboys, I think, are better than what people say because they get a bunch of shit because people are sick of hearing about them. Yeah. Everybody loves the Commanders. I love them too, but I do think they take a step back, and I do think the Giants are a little bit better this year than they were last year, and I think they take a little bit of a step forward. So do with that what you will.
Yeah, we'll bury the lead a little bit. I think Abdul Carter is going to be on some bingo cards a little bit later for those Giants. That pass rushing tandem between him and Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau, who's probably going to be the odd man out at the end of this year. They got a lot of options there. And Dexter big Clemson dude.
Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah. Is one of the best D tackles in the league. Their deep line is legitimately scary. For sure. Okay. We'll move on to the next division now. All of us took Philly there. We're going to move on to the NFC West, which I think is, other than the NFC North here, is probably the most difficult division to figure out. Because I think, once again, all 4 of these teams probably have a chance to win this division. And there's a world in which each of these teams do. The Niners are the favorites, plus 155.
I don't understand.
Talking about this the other day. Since 2003, I believe, 22 years ago, the Niners have either missed the playoffs or they
NFC
have made it
Championship.
to at least the NFC Championship game. Pretty crazy stat. They are on the definition of the all or nothing team. Last year it was nothing. It was the season from hell. Everyone got hurt. Everyone that could have possibly gotten hurt. Christian McCaffrey was the number one pick in everyone's fantasy draft. He played like 4 snaps. It was a complete disaster. He's got tendonitis in both of his Achilles. There's no news about him this year. I'm kind of afraid of him because he could either be the best or worst player in the league fantasy.
Well, that's what he did. Oh, the year that he went, 2 years ago when he was the best fantasy player, everybody was afraid to take him number 1.
Yeah,
and he did that. And he did that.
Yeah. So it honestly, it kind of bodes well for the Niners here. They just got Juwan Jennings back in the building. He's been holding out
and just re-signed.
And got a pay bump for this year and is playing in a contract year. So he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. They'll get Ayuk back in the middle of the season. Ricky Pearsall looked like he's a first round pick for them last year. He looks like he's going to be healthy and going to be taking up a lot of the targets.
Good, man.
And George Kittle is a potential Hall of Fame talent tight end. I mean, based on the amount of stuff he can do in the blocking game and in the pass catching game, he's so versatile. I just absolutely love watching him play, and I really hope he stays healthy. And Brock Purdy getting the big contract this offseason. We'll see how he responds. If he's able to play well, and they get Robert Saleh back, who is the mojo of their defense for a lot.
Good looking bald man. Good looking bald man.
A lot of kids. Whole lot of kids.
Probably has to do with being a good looking bald man.
Good looking bald man, dude.
He's
just slaying all
and
over
he's yoked.
Dude, jacked up. I'm taking him against Vrabel.
They lost Dre Greenlaw, and they lost Dre Greenlaw. They lost Hufanga. They lost a couple of dudes, but I really do trust the system there. We'll go through the rest of the team. Sorry, I haven't gone through them, but we did a quick Niners preview there. The Rams at plus 200, right behind them at 2-1. Like I said, the Niners are plus 150. So
the
Rams right behind them at 2-1, and then we have the Cardinals at plus 425 and the Seahawks at 5-1. Seahawks have a new quarterback in there, of course, Sam Darnold. They also have Cooper Kupp coming home and DK Metcalf leaving. You like the Rams, Brian? Let's go into it. Why do you like the Rams?
Give me the Rams because they have the best quarterback in the division. Now, if he can stay healthy, I'd say health is always the factor in this.
Is he dead?
Okay.
He also is getting an epidural with Micah Parsons.
He's getting some injections in his back, but he's starting week 1.
Have you seen these rumors?
And also, I love their defense, and I love Sean McVay. Sean McVay is the best coach in the division. I'm taking the Rams.
Okay.
So
you take the best quarterback and the best coach in the division. Absolutely. All day.
I can't argue with you there. So Dusty, I know Dusty has Twitter, obviously, and Brian doesn't.
I don't know what Twitter is.
It's Twatter.
I've never
but there was this whole thing going around about how is Matt Stafford actually dead? There was this whole thing where like Matt Stafford actually died weeks ago, and the guy
he's
that's
a
on the
hologram
field now
he's like Tupac at Coachella.
Yeah, that's what and it was a serious like conspiracy theory there for a while. They were like putting pictures next to each other, like his teeth are different. I'm like, yeah, because he's got fucking veneers now.
His veneers.
It was funny though. It was a funny little thing that was going on Twitter for a while. Obviously, that's the toughest man. He's one of the toughest guys in the league.
I would take Chad Powers quarterback in that team with the talent they have going around with Sean McVay being their coach. I just like that team so much. The Rams. Yeah. Give me and it really comes down to that the young gentleman Verse. Is it Jared Verse, Jordan Verse?
Yep.
Stud.
Just got paid too, right?
Did he just got drafted last year.
He's got drafted.
I know, but I thought I saw he got a contract. I could be wrong.
No, he definitely didn't. Okay. Brooks, where are you leaning on this division? Are you leaning Rams as well, or do you like the Niners? Are you going wild card here?
No, but I mean I will disagree with the odds a little bit. I don't think Seattle's the worst team in this division.
I don't think there's a bad team in this division, is there?
Well, he said the worst.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
Kyler, the Cardinals got to prove something to me, man. I love James Conner. I think Marvin Harrison takes a step forward. He looks like an actual Megatron at this point.
He's looking like David Boston. He looks fucking jacked.
Don't do that. Don't do that to him. Don't do that to him. Yeah,
David Boston was good.
Yeah, he was good. He ended up with the Wells report too with David Ortiz.
He was but Marvin Harrison looks yoked. We don't know what their defense is really. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the Cardinals are, so I stay away from them, and I don't think they finish above Seattle because I think Seattle's got more potential there than the latter. But sorry, I'm gonna end this call. But with that being said, I do think the Niners have a bounce back year. I think McCaffrey has a bounce back year. I'm a little worried about them not divulging anything about what McCaffrey's doing, but I'm also optimistic that they're doing that. I think they're like, you guys are going to see something pretty special. It's going to be the old McCaffrey coming out. I like Pearsall. He's looked like a stud. Ayuk is out 6 weeks, I believe. And they still got what's his name, Trent Williams on the offensive line. I think the defense is back. They were another team that was riddled with injuries last year, so there's no way they can be as bad as they were or have as bad as they were with the injuries that they had last year. I just think that they're going to be back. So, and I don't know what is going on with Matthew Stafford. That scares the hell out of me, especially neck injuries. So, but
it's a back injury on this one. It's a back injury on this one. Yeah.
Is it?
Look, Matt Stafford is one of the toughest sons of guns. That's the only reason
he
I'm
is
sticking with him over the other. The only reason I'm sticking with him over any other injured quarterback is that dude's a dog. Like when he did that thing where he had his shoulder broken, he's just so tough. And he's only got so many bullets left in the tank or in the chamber. So I'm taking Matt Stafford because I think it's almost like a desperation. It's a Despo Diamond kind of time for him.
Yeah, I like last year,
and I could be wrong.
Last year, I was like, man, is this it for Stafford? And then he came out and balled out again. You know what I mean? So every time I start doubting the guy, and I'm thinking like, all right, is this the end? Like he comes out. So that's why I flip-flopped on this a couple times, but I'm gonna stick with the Niners. They look like they're decently healthy. Besides Ayuk will be back, and I think that gives them a jolt later in the season. But they need to get through this first half. So I'm going with them apprehensively. I think I'm in between them and the Rams, but I'm taking the Niners.
Yeah. I tried to bury the lead with my my name change here, but I couldn't do so because I just looked at the 49ers schedule, which is the easiest in the NFL by a country mile. They don't play any good teams.
We took Seattle last year, if I remember correctly.
I did take Seattle, and they won 10 games and missed the playoffs.
They did.
And they were good. Their over-under was like 6.5 last year. I smashed it. But yeah, I mean, if you look at the San Francisco schedule, it's a cakewalk. They got a fourth place schedule. They're playing two of the easiest divisions in the league. They're playing both the AFC and NFC South.
Nice.
They're going to absolutely destroy this schedule. They're playing the Browns as well. I mean, it's just a complete cakewalk of a schedule for them. So I really, really love Arizona, and I'm going to say I'll probably have them as a wild card team. I love Arizona, and I'm going to have them as a wild card team. That's why I have Steve Breast enlargements here as my name. But I have to take San Francisco because the schedule is just so easy. I think they're going to get a little get back right, and they're going to get back right into the
you want to try that again?
I don't know. I'm going to try. I'm a couple Tito's in, and I may have drank last night, so who knows how this is going to go. But I'm going to take San Francisco too. So that's Brooks and I both for San Francisco and Brian for the Rams. I'm going to leave my name as this for the rest of the show because I think it's hilarious.
That shit's funny to me. I like it. That shit's funny to me.
That shit's funny to me. All right. The final division we'll go over, and then we'll go over the wildcard teams and the end awards and all that stuff.
Give me the Falcons.
Give me the Falcons. South.
Give me the Falcons. I'm already taking the Falcons.
He wants Michael Penix Jr.
And Michael Penix Jr.
Michael Penix Jr. You had one job, Atlanta graphic design guy. All right, he's taking the Falcons at plus 220. The favorites in this division are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at minus 120. The Panthers are 5-1, and the Saints are 16-1. I'll give you a bet that I'm not going to make. It's the Saints, because that is going to be the worst team in the league. They have the worst coach in the league. They have a quarterback I've never heard of. They have no one on their fucking team. I think they're going to be the worst team in the league. I'd be surprised if they won 3 games.
They got Olave. They got Olave and Kamara. They got nobody to throw it to them. But
do you understand that Chris Olave has been in the league for 5 years and has 7 concussions? He's 1 concussion away from being out of the league.
Being Troy Aikman. And
he's not.
Spencer Rattler is the ugliest quarterback. We draft off ugliness. So ugliest quarterback in the league. Now
Spencer Rattler. No, we're not gonna go personal attacks here.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But yeah, look, this is a 2-horse race. Unless you have weird Carolina Panthers buzz and you love Ted McMillan, this is a 2-horse race between the Bucs and the Falcons. The Bucs, like I said, are minus 120. The Falcons are plus 220. Brian is going to take the ATL Falcons. Why do you like the Falcons over the Bucs?
I don't really know.
The pen is big.
I don't really know.
Like Joe says.
I think the Falcons are the biggest misnomer. Nice. I think the Falcons are the biggest misnomer. You don't know what they're going to do. They're going to be, without a doubt, either, you're going to live or die. You're going to live or die, high or fly. I can only imagine what the hell is getting sent right now. But I'm taking the Falcons because they're due. They're due.
Yeah, Bijan is like the number 1 or 2 or 3 running back / fantasy pick this year. So do
Drake
with that.
London's really
Drake
good.
London's a stud.
They have a great backup quarterback. I know he doesn't want to be a backup, but they have a great backup quarterback.
Oh yeah, 180 million guaranteed. Good backup.
Well, he's another. He's another year
he can
removed.
Still play. You got Deshaun Watson over there making $38 million, doing nothing but riding a fucking elliptical. So
yeah, and I'll give Kirk some leeway here a little bit as well. I mean, he's another year removed from. He's another full year removed from his Achilles injury, which
he can push off that leg now.
It hurts. That was everybody has trouble coming back from that. It seems like we saw Rodgers. We saw Terrell Suggs was slow the year he came back off of it with us. Everybody I can think of in football has trouble coming back from that. It's always like the second year afterwards that it seems like they start looking like themselves again. But regardless, Penix is the starter. That offense looked completely different with him in there at the end of last year. Drake London's a stud. But sorry, man, can't pick against the Bucs. I actually think I actually would take them as a sleeper in the NFC to go to the playoffs and win a couple games. So I like the Bucs.
Yeah, I really like the Bucs too. I hate that they lost their offensive coordinator. I know we're probably getting too in depth here with the coordinator stuff, but this is one of the guys that really transformed the offense from good to great in Liam Cohen, bringing him in with the Bucs last year. And I just don't know how they're going to respond without him. I do think they have the weapons on offense. I love Bucky Irving. I think Rachaad White is as good of a backup running back as you're going to get in the league. And I think Baker's took a step forward last year. I like Ibuka this year. They get Godwin back later in the season. They get McMillan back later in the season. I just love the weapons on offense for them. And still, I think their defense is serviceable. And I think it's better than the Falcons defense for sure. And I don't think the Falcons have had a good defense in my life. I really don't. I don't think they've had one. I don't know. So I really want to take the Falcons. I like them fantasy wise. I think offensively they're going to be good, but I have so many questions about their defense. I don't have questions about Tampa really at all, other than the offensive coordinator, and I think they can overcome it with all their weapons. I'm going to take Tampa to win this division, and I think they're the best team in this division by a lot.
I say the only question is Godwin's out at least for week 1. We'll see how long he's actually out.
Yeah,
I know
they're saying October is a pretty realistic. So maybe
they didn't put him on the pup.
Yeah.
They didn't put him on the pup. So
yeah,
Evans seems like he's back. Mike Evans is Christ. Sign him up for 1,000 yards every single year.
1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Just
10
put
touchdowns
it on paper.
every single year.
Yeah.
Just put it on paper. You know what you're getting. Even when he gets injured, it seems like he figures out a way to get it.
Yeah, played 15 games, 14 games. And yeah.
So I loved Bucky Irvin last year. I mean, I loved what I saw. I hated it because I took Rachaad White last year thinking that he was going to be the starter all year. And then Bucky Irvin comes out of nowhere.
Never been to a Buc-ee's.
You never been to a Buc-ee's?
I haven't either.
Really? I'm the only Buc-ee's. The only Buc-ee's goer.
I've never even driven past one, so I've never had the opportunity to.
I've never even seen one.
Well, you've driven on 95 South, so you've definitely driven past a Buc-ee's or two.
My uncle won a brisket sandwich while pumping gas at a Buc-ee's. I was like, "What the hell did you just say? You want a brisket sandwich?" He said the gas pump started talking to him and said, and it printed out a ticket.
Come on in.
Oh my god! You know what I'm picturing is like an animatronic Bucky. Yeah, like like they come out with like the banjo and they're on the.
Get your squirrel out of my face. But I like I said, even with Godwin out, I'm not picking against them. They're always finding ways to figure. Even with injuries last year, they scrapped and clawed their way into the playoffs. So just give me them. Even though I don't disagree with Brian's pick, but I'm putting my money on the Bucs.
I have no rhyme or reason for the Falcons. I'm just going with the Falcons. Fuck it.
Yeah,
I don't disagree. I think they could win. I don't disagree with it.
We went really chalky here. I know like was the AFC West was a little weird, but for the most part, we went pretty chalk here with the top couple teams in each division. There's always a team that comes out of nowhere that won 5 games last year that's going to win like 11 games this year. We don't know who that team's going to be. Maybe we could speculate as to who that team's going to be. But we are going to go through who we think are going to be the wild card teams.
What's ripping
and for me, basically, who is the best non-division winner in the AFC? I'm going to go number 1 seed here and go Kansas City. I think there's going to be 3 teams. I'm going to bury my other 2 wildcard picks, or one of them. I think there's going to be 3 teams out of the NFC or the AFC West this year. I'm going to take Kansas City as the wildcard 1 in the AFC.
I'm going to second that.
You're gonna say the same thing. KC is the wild card 1. Yeah, and I mean I think that's a pretty safe bet. Brooks, what do you have? Because you had KC winning that division.
Chargers.
You're taking the Chargers, okay?
Because I took KC, yeah.
Yeah, for my wild card 2, I'm gonna take another. Once again, I'm gonna take Denver. I think this team is the best defense in the league. I think Bo Nix is good enough, and Sean Payton's a good coach. I think they win at least 10 games, and they'll make the team. They'll make the dance at least.
And I'm going to second Brooks's pick, the division winner. I'm going to take the Chargers as well.
Yeah, okay, so we're chalk here.
We're kind of all in the same boat.
We're all in the AFC West here.
We're chalk here because I'm taking the Broncos as the other one.
Yeah, so there you go. So we're all kind of in the same boat. That's why we're all friends.
Here's the real interesting one here, though. Who's the 7th team in the AFC? Do we like Pittsburgh? Do we like the Bengals? Do we like the Patriots coming out of nowhere?
I'm going Cincinnati.
So you're going Cincinnati, and that's because of their defense, I would assume.
Yes, of course.
Brooks, what do you got? The 7th seed here. There's a number of different ways you can go. Once again, there's definitely like a nobody believes in us team somewhere in here, but I don't know where it is.
I mean, honestly, the nobody believes in us team, in my opinion, is probably Jacksonville. Just because their division is terrible. I don't know who they're playing as their schedule in terms of like their out of conference.
Yeah.
But I gotta go AFC North. Give me the Steelers. They make it every year, just about no matter what.
Yep, they'll be drafting 19th again or 20th.
But
yeah, and like I said, I think they finish above the Bengals. So I gotta take them. So
yeah, I'm people are gonna probably crucify me for this. I'm going to take 2 teams in the AFC South. I'm going to take Houston just because I don't think the schedule is very good. I'm going to take Jacksonville and Houston to make the playoffs and only Baltimore out of the AFC North. I know this is almost certainly not going to happen, but I'm just going a little out on a limb here. I like CJ Stroud to bounce back, and I really love the defense, especially in that division. So I'm going to take them I think the Bengals and the Steelers are going to probably be hovering around 8 or 9 wins, and I just don't think that gets it done. So yeah, give me Houston as my last team. So we'll move on to the NFC now. Who is your NFC wild card number 1? I would assume it's coming out of the North. But
For
maybe
me, it's going to be the Lions.
Yeah,
I'll take the Lions.
Yeah,
I didn't take them to win the division.
Yeah, the Detroit Lions. They're going to be my number 1 as well. Brooks, I'm sorry, I'm skipping over you, but they're going to be my number 1 as well. Wild card team.
Well, stay there. I'm taking Green Bay.
Okay, so
because I think whoever doesn't win that division is getting the first.
They're making it.
Yeah.
And I just don't see, again, I'm just not putting my money on the rookie quarterback.
I'm going to go a little bit off the road here, and I think I'm probably going to be the only person that picks this team.
You might do this. You might do this. You might do it. You might do it.
I'm taking the Steve Breast enlargements in the Arizona Cardinals.
I'm taking
the Arizona Cardinals as the wild card number 2.
I'm taking Cardinals.
I think Harrison's going to be great. I think McBride is one of the best tight ends in the league.
Damn you.
And I just like them second or third year now under Gannon. I think their defense is going to improve. I don't know what it is about the Cardinals this year, but I like them. I just got good vibes with the Cardinals this year, so I'm taking them as my wild card number 2. And they're also your 6th seed, Brian Brooks. Who do you got?
I got the Rams.
Okay, I don't hate it at all. And this is definitely hinging on if Stafford stays healthy the whole year. I think the Rams are going to make the playoffs, right?
Who's their backup? Does anybody know who their backup is?
I know who their backup is.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's the most handsome man in the NFL.
Yeah, give me that guy in the hot guy draft, dude. Come on,
give me that handsome
Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo would have hit freaking what's his face in the Super Bowl? The former Steelers great, Manny Sanders. He would be a Super Bowl champion. Anyway, wild card number 3. Brian, let's go to you first. Who you got?
I will go with the San Francisco 49ers.
San Francisco 49ers are going to be Brian's last team in the playoffs, and that means they're probably going to make the NFC Championship, at least the last 22 years history tells you that. Brooks, who is your number 7 wildcard team?
My numero 7 is going to be... Give me the Dallas Cowboys.
Whoa! Off of the reservation. He takes the fucking Dallas Cowboys.
Drinking that sauce, man.
Dude, honestly, I really am high on the Cowboys this year, but I can't quite get
I'm not
there.
high on them. I'm high on them enough to get them into the fucking playoffs, I guess. But
I think they could win 10 games easily. I mean, Dak Prescott should have been the MVP of the league 2 years ago.
I agree. I'm kind of counting on a bounce back year from him.
I totally agree with you. I think he's going to bounce back. I think they're going to come up just short, and that's because the only person in this whole podcast who's going to take the Washington Commanders to make the playoffs, and I'm barely sneaking them in as the 7th seed.
So you're sucking up the Foy. This is
I have to suck up the Foy. Somebody's got to pick Washington. Come on, we need to stand up for them.
Somebody's got to suck.
They won 12 games last year. They made it to the NFC Championship game. I do think they're going to regress a little bit. I think they'll win 10, 11 games. I don't think they'll win 12 or 13 games. I do think they're going to regress, but I think they're a good enough team with Jaden Daniels to make the playoffs. And I think the NFC is going to be really tight because I thought about putting Atlanta there. I thought about putting Dallas there too. I tried on that hat. I looked at it in the mirror. I didn't like the way it looked, and I took it off. It's okay. So
All right.
I can't with us. I can't with us.
All right. I like it.
We drove past Buc-ee's and it was packed. Hell yeah, I love that. All right. We have to do the awards now, and then we're going to do our Super Bowl picks, and then we're going to pick our Week 1 matchups, and that will be the rest
and we got to pick. We got to pick
think.
Joe's. Well, yeah, I guess we got to pick Joe's Red Bull matchups. I guess that'll be a part of our Week 1 picks as well.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that for sure.
We got to take whoever has like 2 out of 3. I guess is gonna get the Red Bull pick. I guess.
Yeah. So when it comes to award winners, I'm going to put the odds on the screen with us just so you guys can look at them in case you haven't already. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
But you go ahead. I don't care.
I want to see them.
I know you don't care about the odds as much, but it just gives you, it gives you a look at
Puts names in front of your face.
So these are going to be the odds, and we're going to start with everyone's favorite, the coach of the year.
Can you pull up the badminton odds? That would be great.
Holy shit!
These
They
are
have
the
a
coach
badminton.
of the year odds.
I need darts.
Badminton over there. They have cricket, darts.
They have
everything.
futsal.
What the fuck is that?
What do you think is going on in Guadalajara doubles right now? Do you like that or no?
Something illegal.
Some
I
weird
think
stuff.
McGruber is going to win that tournament. Anyway, we need to do this real style. Coach of the year. This could go hand in hand with your divisional picks or your wild card picks. Who do you think is going to be the coach of the year based on your picks? I'm going to bury. I'll go first here. I'm going to take Liam Cohen as my coach of the year. I think if the Jaguars win this division and get a top 4 seed in the AFC, I think it's going to be really tough to not give him the coach of the year, especially if Trevor Lawrence has a resurgent year, which is what my prediction is. So I'm going to give Liam Cohen the nod here at 12-1. What do you guys like?
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton is a good one. I like him a lot too.
Who won last year? Who won coach of the year last year for both?
I think it was Dan Campbell, or did he win 2 years ago?
That's what I mean.
No, KOC won last year. KOC won last year with Darnold, the Vikings, I believe.
They love giving the coach of the year award to like somebody other than like teams that win all the time.
Well, yeah, Andy Reid is not even listed on this.
That's what I mean.
He's literally not even listed on this,
which is so frustrating, right? I mean,
they won 15-1, and
you got to remember these are writers that vote on this shit, so they want stories.
And I'd argue that that was the worst Chiefs team he's had in terms of, and with the injuries and everything else. So going 15-1 was pretty incredible.
Who do you guys got? I know Brian's got Sean Payton. Brooks, who do you got?
Give me Brian Daboll, because I really do think the Giants are a little bit better than what people think.
First guy getting fired, Brian Daboll.
Wow,
we're opposite
different ends of the spectrum.
No, we're right. We're complete opposites.
Oh man, Brooks is trusting in Russell Wilson, and Brian is not.
I don't do I trust in Russell? Like, not really, but I really like Brian Daboll. I think he took them to the playoffs and beat our ass 2 years ago with nothing when we had full strength roster. And I like Daboll.
I like Daboll as a coach. I don't think he's in the best situation to win this. I will say this.
Yeah.
I will say this. If you see Kellen Moore's name down here at 25-1, if you put money on that, you should just throw your money straight into the garbage can. That is not going to happen. They are going to be so bad, and he is an idiot. Sorry. Anyway,
and he is an idiot. I like the latter.
Move on
and he is an
to our second favorite award of the year, the Comeback Player of the Award.
Oh.
The Comeback Player of the Year award.
Monica Seles.
Mine for sure is going to be Aiden Hutchinson.
Aiden Hutchinson.
I love this bet. I know the odds aren't great, but I think Aiden Hutchinson is a really special player, and I think if he's healthy, he's going to have a shit.
So JJ McCarthy can win Comeback Player of the Year.
It doesn't make any sense. He came from
He's never
nothing.
played a game.
He hasn't
Not one.
Okay, he can win. He can win Rookie of the Year and Comeback Player of the Year in the same year.
And MVP and Offensive Player of the Year, and he might actually win a Defensive Player of the Year award as well, based on this stupid shit.
Yeah.
So
look, they got to put the odds on there so people bet it. He's not going to win.
I know.
They could take him off, and there's still a shitload of people you can bet on.
Yeah.
Did you guys both pick?
Jair.
Look at Jair down there in the bottom right.
Yeah. 100-1.
What did he come back from? Being a deuce?
He's been hurt for a year and a half.
Yeah, he's been hurt a lot. Okay, so Brian and I both took Aiden Hutchinson, I believe.
Hey, if someone takes Anthony Richardson, I swear to God, I'm gonna stab them.
Someone.
sport.
I'm the only one left to pick right now.
Yeah, Brooks, who do you got for
I'm in
player of the
between
year? You
two
have a couple
guys right
options.
now. I'm in between two guys right now. I'm in between Stephon Diggs and Cooper Cup.
Okay.
And
Both
I
have
think I'm
one
gonna.
knee.
What's that? Both have
Both
one knee. Yeah.
and will continue to have one knee. The duration. Of
I'm
their
gonna
career.
go. I'm gonna go with Cooper Cup because he actually came back last year and had a healthy off season, and I'm hoping. I want to see the Cooper Cup of old. Like it sucks that he's been hurt so much the last year and a half. So and he looked okay at times last year, but then disappeared towards the end of the year. I'm hoping this fully healthy off season is going to help him out. I know Darnold's throwing him the ball, but there's not really. It's him and Smith and Jigba up there. So, I want to see some good stuff from Cup this year. I'm rooting for him, and that's who I'm going to put my money on that.
I love it. That's a
Yeah.
long shot too.
I
60-1. We
don't-
need a couple more long shots in our
We need a
life.
couple more long shots.
Ooh,
You
Mark-
know what I really don't like? Why is
Hollywood
Rashee
Brown.
Rice-
Hollywood Brown might not be a bad pick either.
What about Hunter Renfro, who hasn't played football in like 3 years, seemingly? What's going on with him? He's on Carolina, I think.
Yeah, he is.
Don't take him then. And so, why is Rashee Rice? What's he coming back from? A DUI? This is such a shitty award. It's so dumb.
It's so dumb. Most
Damar
improved
Hamlin
would be
died.
So much better.
Once again, Damar Hamlin died and didn't win comeback player of the year. And
It's
Joe
got to
Flacco
be.
won.
It's got to be changed. It's got to be from an injury. The fact that we're saying Rashee Rice is coming back from a DUI and killing somebody in an accident and somehow only gets 6 game suspension is beyond me.
Beyond me.
So, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna be moving forward now to offensive rookie of the year. Ashton Genty, Cameron Ward, Omarion Hampton, Travis Hunter, Travion.
This is a tough one.
McMillan. I think this could go a lot of ways. In most years, last year the rookie of the year would have been Bucky Irving or Brian Thomas Jr. But we had such a generational year out of Jaden Daniels that the quarterback is going to trump everyone else. This year, I'm not so sure. Is Cameron Ward going to be that guy, or any of the other rookie quarterbacks going to get that opportunity? I think this is probably a good year to get in on this market and try to hit a long shot with one of these receivers or running backs. I'm looking at Tyler Warren at 25-1. I mean, I think he could be the biggest part of that Colts offense outside of Jonathan Taylor. I think he could be one of the best. He could have a very good tight end season. I'm looking at Omarion Hampton right there at, I believe.
What's your pick? What's your pick?
I'm
You're going to run down all the board. We can't even give our opinions. You're going to run down everything.
Stop screaming.
I'm taking Matthew Golden.
I'm going to take Omarion Hampton for the Chargers. I think he's going to get the majority of the carries in the Chargers offense. I think they're going to run the shit out of the ball, and I think he's going to rack up those stats, and I love him. I think he's great. I think he's shifty. I've taken him in a lot of fantasy drafts. I'm a big fan of him. I'm going to take Omarion Hampton out of UNC.
I love the pick. I think it's phenomenal, dude. I think it's great. I'm taking Matthew Golden because it'll be kind of like what you're saying. He's going to be the number one receiver on a team that's going to be decent. Yeah. And Omarion Hampton's going to be the number one option in the backfield for a team that's going to be decent. So I'm going Matthew Golden.
Yeah,
I agree.
Like that too.
I agree with Brian here. The only reason I'm not taking him is because he's going to lose targets to Jaden Reed and Christian Watson. And even Tucker Kraft.
And is Romeo Doubs healthy? I don't even know.
No, he's healthy. He's the only guy on the receiving core that is healthy.
So all those guys, like who the fuck knows, right? That's but from all the reports and everything that we've seen, Matthew Golden looks like head and shoulders the number one receiver there. So I'm not arguing that at all. One guy that I've been super high on, I'm kind of going against my argument right here. I think he's going to take he's going to get a ton of open looks because of who is next to him. And that is Emeka Egbuka. I think he's going to kill it down there with the Bucks because I think Mike Evans is going to take all the attention. We don't know when Godwin's coming back. And honestly, I could see I could see him taking over that number 2 slot from Godwin and moving him to the number 3.
See, that's what scares me about it, Brooks, is that when Godwin comes
I know.
back,
I just did what I just said against your pick. So
I love Tyler Warren. I love it, but I'm still going Matthew Golden because he is going to be a receiver. Tyler Warren obviously being a tight end. Tyler Warren, I mean, Jesus, he's got Daniel Jones thrown to him, and I can't trust that.
I don't mind Daniel Jones. I think I'm higher on Daniel Jones than most people. The guy doesn't make a ton of bad decisions in terms of like turning the ball over. I feel like, and he can run the ball a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we've seen how the fucking Giants have been the last couple of years. So,
Dusty, you would know better than any of us. Who is this McMillan fellow? Plus 1,600.
Ted McMillan, he was the number 5 overall pick in the draft out of Arizona State. He's a receiver for the Carolina Panthers. He's going to be the number 1 for the Carolina Panthers. And I think he's up there that high just because he's going to get funneled a lot of targets. They traded Adam Thielen, and their number 3 receiver, Jalen Coker, just went down, what looks like for at least the better part of the first half of the season. So it's basically him and Leggett, who was a rookie last year, who can't speak English very well.
He's got like the most country accent I've ever heard in my life. And I love listening to it.
Jeez.
He's like Farmer Fran.
Dude, he sounds like fucking Farmer Fran. I love him. I honestly love him. Yeah.
It's Talks
out of the side of his mouth like got hit by a shovel.
I will say this about he sounds like Lil Nicky. Yeah.
He's like
he
is
hit me in the face with a shovel.
He is like one of those like Louisiana Marsh boys.
I
don't even know where he's from.
I will say this about Brooks's pick, Emeka Egbuka, who has been on Ohio State for the last 4 years. He's the career leader in receptions and only 20 yards off of the career leader in receiving yards for Ohio State all time. He also played with Jackson Smith and Jigba, Marvin Harrison Jr., Jeremiah Smith, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, all of these guys played on the same team as him, and he's still the leading receiver in the history of Ohio State. I think that guy's a stud, and I think they're going to feed him in that offense, especially with those other 2 receivers hurt. So I really like your pick too, Brooks, with the Emeka Egbuka. But anyway, we'll move on now to the defensive side of the ball, defensive rookie of the year. And this one for me is going to be a little bit more cut and dried. I know a lot of people like the Ravens rookie second rounder, Mike Green, out of Marshall. They called him, what did they call him? Like the Sack King or something like that at Marshall. But anyway, I'm going to take Abdul Carter here. I think he's clearly far and away the most talented defensive player of this group. And I know his odds are lower, plus 225, but I don't care. I think he's the best guy on the board by a mile. I'm going to take Abdul Carter.
Pretty cool that there's 2 Ravens rookies in the top, 12 right there?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
What are you guys thinking?
What you got, Brooksy?
I mean, I'd want to make an argument for another one of these guys, but I got to go with Carter as well. I mean, him with the other help that he has on the other side of that line as well, taking the attention off. I mean, I guess you could say the same thing with Mike Green, but they're going to give it. Yeah. I feel like they always give these awards to like some like guys on some of the weaker teams. Like if Mike Green has more sacks, they're going to be like, well, Abdul Carter had more tackles for a loss or whatever. So give me Abdul Carter. I can't make a great argument for a lot of these guys.
Brian?
I will take Mike Green. I think because the Ravens, I know it's a homer pick, but because the Ravens don't have great edge rushers, he's going to have the ability to go ahead and make a name for himself. The reason I love the Abdul Carter pick, I think he's a great player, but they have that D line that he might not actually get the sack because so many other talented people around him.
Yeah, Malachi Starks wins this if he comes up with if he leads the league in interceptions.
Yeah.
Well, the kicker is he should win it if they don't throw the ball toward him.
Yeah. But he won't. I mean,
and we've seen it in the past though, like especially with defensive player of the year, we've seen like Pat Surtain doesn't get thrown at, and he won it. Revis didn't get thrown at, he won it. Gilmore didn't get thrown at for a while, he won it. but you see those very, very few and far between. It's most of the time it's going to be the edge rusher with the most sacks, and that's going to be
it's a quarterback
play
award.
Yeah, it's
an
the
edge rusher
pick.
award. It's sexy pick, yeah.
Okay, so we've got Mike Green and 2 for Abdul Carter there. We're going to go now to Offensive Player of the Year, and that will be Saquon Barkley at plus 750, Jamar Chase at plus 850, Jahmyr Gibbs, Derrick Henry, Bijan Robinson, Justin Jefferson, and down the line, as you guys can see on the screen. I probably wouldn't take a quarterback for this award because this generally goes to the best player that's not a quarterback, and the MVP goes to the best player that is a quarterback.
Well, the way that this shit went last year, I don't know how to even pick these.
Yeah, it's really weird because if you think that Lamar was the MVP, then you're not going to vote for him for Offensive Player of the Year, and so on and so forth. So it is these kind of awards are a little bit weird because the MVP has turned into such a quarterback fest. But I would just generally defer to best player on offense that's not a quarterback. And for me, this year, that is going to be C.D. Lamb at 20.
Ooh, I like that.
I'm going a little bit further down the board.
Like
I think the Cowboys' defense is going to be atrociously bad, and especially in that division. And they play, I believe they play the AFC West and the NFC North, which are the 2 hardest divisions in the league. So I think their defense is going to get completely cooked, and I think as a result, C.D. Lamb is going to get close to 1,800 yards and a lot of touchdowns and just go crazy. So I'm going to take C.D. Lamb a little bit on the board.
Shame on us for not bringing up Nico Collins with the Texans. I completely forgot about him.
Yeah, he's so good. He's underappreciated for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys, Brooks? What do you think about this Offensive Player of the Year award?
I am going to go. This is probably my most favorite.
You're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to take mine too. I know it. I'm
going Jamar Chase.
Ooh.
I'm going Jamar Chase because of what we said earlier. Their defense sucks, and they're going to be throwing the ball a ton. And I think he's going to rack them up. And if they have a semi-decent year in terms of like, if they make the wild card, I think he can win it. So give me Jamar Chase. I think he's going to rack up some stats.
Yeah, Laura says she's going Bijan. I don't hate that.
Not
either.
a bad pick.
I think that offense is going to be prolific this year. I like that, Laura. Brian, what do you got?
Because I picked him to win the division and a new offensive coordinator, and I think he is the best receiver to come out of that draft, believe it or not. I'm going to take Brian Thomas Jr.
Brian Thomas Jr. Wow, I love that.
I mean,
that guy is electric. I mean, he was taking nothing to the house last year, and I think Mac Jones played like the last 4 or 5 games of the season for them last year, and he didn't miss a beat with Mac Jones because that guy is so uber talented. I really like it. Plus 3,500. That's a good bet. All right, we'll move on to Defensive Player of the Year, and I know the outright favorite for this one because I looked at it earlier is Micah Parsons, which I think is pretty fair. And a guy we talked about earlier, who's me and Brian's comeback player of the year, is number 2 in this, and that's Aiden Hutchinson, who hasn't played football. And it hasn't played football since week 4 or 5 last year. Brian, you're going with Aiden Hutchinson right off the bat. What do you like? What do you like about him? Comeback and Defensive Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm. I think he is one of the better picks that the Detroit Lions have ever made, outside of Calvin Johnson and Matt Stafford.
What about Charles Rogers?
It worked out well. So number 2 overall out of Michigan State, I remember.
Yeah.
So it worked out really well.
I mean, I'll argue with that with the Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell. I think that was.
You're right.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I think that's
really good one.
I think that is the start of like the turnaround. Was that pick?
Yeah, I'm going to take Aiden Hutchinson because I think, once again, this kind of goes to sacks and sacks and sacks. What I really wanted to take is Christian Gonzalez here. Because
corner for the Pats, huh? You like him? He's so good.
I love him.
At Oregon, so good. I believe, right?
But Aiden Hutchinson, I think will win the award.
Wow. I don't disagree.
I love Jared Versus in the top 8. That's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy.
I would say,
so it's 50-1 to repeat.
Watch out for Kyle Hamilton here. I know that's Homer, but with Starks and the other stuff we put around him, watch out because he now can just free roam.
Oh man, who do I want to go with here? Shit. I really like Aiden Hutchinson a lot. I didn't take him for comeback player, so let me take him for defensive player of the year.
I was gonna say, just because he ordered the steak doesn't mean you don't have to order the steak. You can order the same thing as him. It's okay.
No, but I feel like if you
It's
win
rare.
comeback, if you win defensive player of the year, you should probably win comeback player of the year as well. So I
Yeah.
feel like I'm kind of going against myself here, but whatever.
Yeah. I don't hate the pick at all, and honestly, I thought about it. It crossed my mind for sure. I'm gonna go a little bit further down the board, and I know DBs don't win this award quite as often, but I think Derek Stingley is one of the best DBs in the league, and I really do think the Houston Texans defense has a chance to be special this year. And if he's the anchor of that defense as their best corner, I love it at 60-1. So give me Derek Stingley Jr. to win the Defensive Player of the Year, and that's a complete flyer for sure.
I love it. I love it.
Awesome. Yeah, I really like that guy. I think he's unbelievable. All right, next award.
I think two great picks here as well. I mean, if you think that the Eagles defense is going to be as good as what we all think they are going to be, like all the way around, Quinyon Mitchell or Dejean, or Dejean, however you say his last name, in the DB room, I think one of those guys could feast this year with their defensive line.
Yeah, because if you got to throw to one side of the
you're gonna have to get the ball out or you're gonna take the sack, one or the other. So
yeah. All right. Our next award is the most prestigious of these awards, and that would be the regular season MVP trophy. Lamar Jackson, who is our quarterback, is the number one overall guy at plus 550. Josh Allen just behind him at plus 600. He is the defending most valuable player. Joe Burrow at 6-1, Patrick Mahomes at 7-1, and so on and so forth. Afterwards, you can see the trend here. It is basically a best quarterback award. The first guy on the board that's not a quarterback is Saquon Barkley. The second guy is Derrick Henry. Neither of those guys will win this award. What a shame. I will tell you what my favorite value is on here, and then I will tell you my pick. What do you guys like? Unless you guys want to go first.
No, go ahead. Dusty, go ahead, man.
So I got Jordan Love at 25-1. He is now 16-1 to win this award. I think they have a chance to be the best team in the NFC. I think they have a chance to win 12 or 13 games. And if you look at the history of this award, it's going to be a quarterback for a team that wins 12 plus games. And I know it's a little bit further down the board. I am not the world's biggest Jordan Love fan, but I do believe he was playing hurt last year. I think he's got an influx of weapons in that offense, and I think they're going to be one of the best teams in the NFC. So I think the value is still there at 16-1, despite the fact that I got it at 25-1. I know some people got it at 20-1, whatever. The odds have been plummeting since the Michael Parsons trade. But that's going to be my long shot pick. But if you really want to get into the meat potatoes here, it's the top top four guys in the league. That's the Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks in the league right now. Those top four guys, and they're all basically split by odds. I think one of those four guys is really probably going to win this award, and I'm going to take Lamar. And I know it's a homer pick, but it's. I think he should have won it last year. He had 45 touchdowns and 4 interceptions last year. I know Josh Allen did probably more with less, or just about the same with less. But I think Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback in the league, and if he stays healthy, he's going to have a chance to win this every single year. So I'm just going to take him and hope for the best. But I do love the value on Jordan Love. I just wanted to shout that out. You guys go ahead.
I would say I agree with you here, but if they're going to vote how they voted last year, I think it's potentially Joe Burrow, because I thought he had a fighting chance and had an argument last year, even though, like, if he makes the playoffs last year, I think he has a better argument, him and Lamar, rather than Josh Allen and Lamar. Yeah. But I think with all the bullshit that went down last year, I think they go back to how they used to vote, because that was so convoluted and people were so pissed off about it. And it seemed like people were flip-flopping, like, all right, what does most valuable player actually mean? Is it the best stats? Is it actually like the guy who did more with less, blah, blah, blah. I think they go back to like who has the best stats and leads their team to the playoffs. And I think it's Lamar. I just do. And if it's not him, I think it's Joe. So
But you're going to go with Lamar?
I'm going Lamar because I think they go back to where we were before this.
Yeah.
And I hope they do at least. I mean, I think that they got it wrong last year, but it's just, how do you look at the award? What's the spirit of the award? I don't really know. And I feel like we went over it last year and I can't remember where we landed on it.
Yeah. Brian?
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. You're higher on the Bengals than us, I think, just as a team. So this makes sense for you. Right?
That makes sense.
If they're going to win 10 with your picks. If they're going to win 10 plus games, Joe Burrow is going to have to be in the conversation.
He needs to be the MVP.
He's going to throw so much. His numbers, I firmly believe he might touch 6,000 yards.
That's
I know
insane.
that is crazy.
It's insane.
I know. I think for them to get to the playoffs, that's what I mean. For them to get to the playoffs, I think he needs to be the MVP.
How many of those does Mike Gesicki get?
27 and a half.
Holy hell.
Oh, man, we're on hour 2, and we're getting delirious, baby. We're on hour 3, actually. Sorry.
Delirious and a little drunk.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me.
I had a Fadge and a Rumplemans delivered to my house.
Did you?
I didn't make this.
Wait, did you drink the Rumple already?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, he did that way earlier.
All right.
I might need to take a pee break here in a second.
All right, we're gonna do MVP. We did MVP. We're gonna do Super Bowl picks, and then we're gonna do our Week 1 picks. In between that, Brooks is gonna take a pee break. But after our Super Bowl picks, you can.
I'll just go do it now.
Okay. Fair
Okay.
He's gonna do it now. Okay.
Take down these odds.
Right now, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Right now is as good a time as ever to talk about the Super Bowl champion. We have just done all of the awards and the divisions. And if you want me to recap them while Brooks is in the bathroom, I think that's probably the best course of action. For me, I have Baltimore, Buffalo, the Chargers, Jacksonville winning the divisions. I have KC, Denver, and Houston as my wild card teams in the AFC. For the NFC, I have Green Bay, Philly, San Francisco, and Tampa Bay, all chalk in the NFC for Dusty. I also have Detroit, Arizona, and Washington in the playoffs. My comeback player of the year is Aiden Hutchinson. My coach of the year is Liam Cohen. My rookie of the year offensively is Marion Hampton. Abdul Carter, CD Lamb, OPOY, Derek Stingley, DPOY, Lamar Jackson, MVP. And we'll get into the Super Bowl pick. Brooks has Baltimore, Buffalo, Kansas City, Jacksonville, Detroit, Philly, San Francisco, Tampa Bay. He also has the Chargers, the Broncos, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Packers, the Rams, and the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs. He has Cooper Kupp as his comeback player of the year, Brian Daboll as his coach of the year, who is also Brian's first coach fired. Very big dichotomy among the guys there. He has Emeka Egbuka as his offensive rookie of the year, who I love. I think his odds are great. Abdul Carter, Jamar Chase, Aiden Hutchinson, and Lamar Jackson winning the rest of the awards there.
Speaking of P breaks, Chris Hansen, is that his first name?
Scott Hansen. Chris Hansen is the Dateline guy.
I always mix him up. He gets to take P breaks this year because Red Zone has commercials now.
What the fuck is that? Commercials in Red Zone?
7 hours of football starts now. Yeah.
Commercial. And I get to see a fucking Ozempic commercial. Great.
Brooks is at the Jeffrey Hammond's bat. What are you doing? Anyway, no. Brian has Baltimore.
Men's
Buffalo,
league.
Denver.
Men's league, baby. Where you make a name for where everybody becomes legends, you know.
Baltimore, Buffalo, Denver, Jacksonville are his division winners in the AFC. In the NFC, he has Green Bay, Philly, the Rams, and the Falcons. He also has KC, the Chargers, and Cincinnati in the AFC, and Detroit, Arizona, and San Fran in the NFC. He's got Aiden Hutchinson as his comeback and defensive player of the year. He's got Sean Payton as his coach of the year. Matthew Golden has his offensive rookie. Defensive rookie Mike Green. Brian Thomas Jr., offensive player of the year, and Joe Burrow as his MVP. Now we will get into our Super Bowl picks, and we will
our picks, guys.
I like our picks. One slate. This is going to be so much fun. Our Super Bowl picks. are going to be Baltimore over Philly for Dustin Rothschild. I know it's going to be lame. I think it's the same thing I picked last year. But I think they're the two best teams in the league. I think they're definitely the best team in each league. And I know that's not necessarily how the Super Bowl goes, but those are the teams that I believe in the most in each conference. I'm going to take Baltimore because I'm a homer over Philly, although I do think Philly has a better roster. I think Lamar Jackson is significantly better at quarterback than Jalen Hurts, although I don't hate Jalen Hurts. But I'm going to take Baltimore over Philly. I know it's super chalky. I don't really care. I think Philly's going to beat Green Bay in the NFC Championship game and go and play Baltimore. I don't even know where the Super Bowl is this year or who the halftime show is.
Ooh, good. Where is the?
But anyway, I'll look it up while you guys go. Brian, what's your Super Bowl pick?
Spin it. Roll it back, baby. Same one.
You got Baltimore over Philly?
I know it's homerish, but they're the two best teams, two best rosters. It just makes sense. It does.
Do I hedge my happiness here?
The battle of I-95, dude.
Can you imagine how much traffic will be?
The Super Bowl is at Levi's Stadium, which is the 49er stadium in Santa Clara, California. And the Super Bowl halftime show is still TBD. A lot of Taylor Swift buzz.
Yeah, they don't announce. I feel like they don't announce that, and I feel like they've changed it a couple times, like mid-season.
That's crazy. I feel like the NFL could announce that like 2 years in advance, but whatever.
Maybe.
Doesn't
matter. I don't know. The
Philly
NFL doesn't. I think
two.
I think it's it's Jay-Z and like Eminem and somebody else like handles all that now. I think.
Oh really? They have like a selection committee.
Yeah, they've kind of handed that. I think they handed it over to them to like manage all that. I forget when they did that, and I could be wrong about that, but I remember them do it. Somebody saying that.
I don't know if there's any 2000s people that watch this show, but if there's 2000s babies in this, do you know what the BCS is?
I don't know, man.
Bowl championship series.
Do we want 2000s babies? The only one I'll accept Zach Bollinger. I'll accept Zach Bollinger because I'll Brian, give it to him. God knows ball. Zach Bollinger knows ball. I respect the hell out of his opinions, but there's not too many 2000s babies I respect. Opinions
Brian and I have to serve 2004s. I'm just letting you know. We have to. It's required.
Oh man. Do I hedge my happiness, guys? Do I hedge my happiness? That's the question. I am going. You know what? I'm going what I want to see here. I want to see. Obviously, I want to see Baltimore. So give me Baltimore. I'm not going to hedge my happiness.
You're going Packers, aren't you?
No, I'm going the other team from that division, the Detroit
Lions. Oh man,
that would be a game. That would be a game I would love to see in a Super Bowl.
Baltimore over Detroit, the murder capitals of the world in the Super Bowl. We love.
Oh, lovely.
To be fair, Laura, I've never heard your daughter talk about sports, so I don't know if I respect her opinion or not. Probably. I respect your opinion, so. And yeah, Jay-Z and Rock Nation handles it.
Okay.
Gaskell, you guys probably don't know, but that guy loves his men's leagues. Anyway.
Why would I know that?
It's from one of the Ripken shows. I went off on this dude. And apparently he's from Indiana.
You guys go get lunch.
Is he Indiana?
He's in the Annapolis.
Just to give a little context here, Baltimore versus the Eagles is 18-1. Baltimore versus the Detroit Lions is 30-1. Just to play in the Super Bowl, those two teams. So
not bad.
I like that
not
a
bad.
Bit.
I like it.
The number one odds for that is Buffalo versus the Eagles, also at 18-1, tied with the Ravens.
Really?
KC versus the Eagles and Buffalo versus the Packers are the next two. So those are pretty popular picks. I think we're right on the what
I kind of like it. Does this mean that like Baltimore is getting boring a little bit and Packers are shooting up because they got Micah? I mean, I feel like we're out of the spotlight a little bit. Push us out a little bit. I like
Good.
it. I like that.
I dig it. I dig it all day.
All right. We've been going for a long time, but we do have one more thing to do on this pod, and that's to pick the week 1 games against the spread. We're going to do every game against the spread this year, and we're going to put them in a competition against each other. And you guys need to tell us what we need to do as far as punishments go for the guy who loses and the guy who wins. But anyway, we're going to get into it.
By the way, don't forget our bet about the Bengals and Steelers.
Yeah, not going to forget that.
Oh, we need an update on home runs soon. We're getting close.
Mm-hmm.
I did it August 1st. I should do it September 1st and September 4th.
I think I'm so far behind in this now that I don't think I'm coming back.
I'll do it on Tuesday. We'll talk about a lot of football, but we're definitely going to be talking about that as well. Okay.
And we need a punishment for that.
We're going to go now into our picks for the week. And I have not set this up on on the notes, but I'll do it live because that's what we do here. We do it live.
Do it live.
We do it live. I'm going to share the screen with you guys so you guys can see the odds for each game. And we're going to go down and we're going to pick the whole slate. And then at the end of the year, we're going to tally up the totals and see who wins. We did the same thing last year. I can't remember who won, honestly.
Brian was ahead by a lot.
I think I was.
You were way behind.
Yeah,
we were way behind. Brian was winning for a while, and then I think I overtook him. But I think you ended up losing. I need to look at the last tally on that. Isn't that why you did the hot chip challenge?
Yeah, that's exactly why I did the hot chip challenge, because I lost, because I was bad. Yeah. But anyway, the first game of the week is tonight's game. It is going to be the Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles on Thursday Night Football. The line is 8.5 as it sits. It's gone back and forth between 6.5, 7.5, 8.5 is as high as I have seen it. And this is as high as it's going to get, I would believe, right now. If I'm a betting man, I think this is either going to be really close or the Eagles are going to absolutely destroy them. So, I mean, you could go one of two ways. Either way, I like the over. And the over has climbed.
Okay.
It was 46.5 when I took it. It's 48.5 now. It has moved several units since then. I do think the Eagles are going to have a really good defense, but I think the Cowboys defense is going to be pretty bad. And I'm very, very high on the Cowboys offense this year. So I like a lot of points in this game. I think this is going to be kind of a track meet. I'm going to take Dallas plus 8.5 here. I think this is going to be a closer game than it is going to be a blowout. The history of these Thursday night opener games, usually they're pretty close. I like Dallas here plus the points. I don't think they're going to win the game. And the old adage is, if you don't think they can win the game, then probably don't take them plus the points. But 8.5 is a lot for a division game, especially in week 1. I'm going to take Dallas. I'm going to take Dallas for this one. And you guys can.
We were live last year at the bachelor party, weren't we? For the opening game, which was Ravens and KC. Was that the opening game last
year? Ravens, KC, and then the next night was Eagles Packers, where we thought.
Are you guys both working tonight?
I am working tonight. Yeah, I'm working tonight. I can't wait. I can't.
I am gonna go.
I don't want to go to work.
I don't want to fucking do it. I agree with you, dude. 8.5 for a division game for a team that I think is going to be improved. And week 1 is notorious for a little bit of sloppy play. So, and honestly, I could see the Eagles just running the air out of the ball. And being very run heavy in this game. So with that being said, give me the Dallas Cowboys to cover. I don't think they win, but I think they cover. Joe, I need to know, since we are supposed to be helping you out with your picks, is it win-loss or is it spread? What is it? If it's spread, just take the 2 out of 3. We already got 2 out of 3 here. We don't know what Brian's going to be. Take Dallas, but I don't know if it's money line or if it's spread. So,
okay, Brooks and I are both on Dallas. Brian, what are you on? Eagles minus 8.5 or Dallas plus 8.5?
Give it to me. Give me Dallas.
You want Dallas too? It's a team ride. The
Team
week
Rod.
one, number one.
All right,
Everyone bet
so-
Philly. Everyone bet Philly. Go bet Philly right
Yep.
now at your local retailer.
Yeah.
Do it.
And Joe
Hey,
said
local retailer. Get the fuck.
Joe said their win loss. Joe said that they are money line. So go get those Eagles. Go get those Eagles.
Yeah, then
Go
go
to
get the
your
Eagles. The
closest
Eagles
Gap
win.
Roll,
Eagles
baby.
win. Dallas loses by 5.
And to be honest with you, week one, honestly, week 1 through week 3, who the fuck knows at some points. So
That's why I love that they put out the rankings for college football teams so early.
yeah, I know.
Great.
Don't even know who the quarterbacks are at that point.
They might transfer already.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway, all right. The next game.
Give me the Chiefs.
The next game is the Chiefs at the Chargers in Brazil. The Chiefs at the Chargers. The line is KC -2.5 or 3 actually on DraftKings.
Oh no.
It's kind of gone back and forth. It's the KC -3. Brian, you said you like who?
Dusty, you need to fix your screen.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
I don't know.
I think
But
it's switched.
Oh, it switched.
Mhm.
Shit. Share this tab instead. Okay. Sorry about that.
Give me the Chiefs.
Chiefs to cover -3.
Yeah, Patrick
In
Mahomes is a big Jimmy
Brazil.
Churi fan, and they're in Brazil. I'll take the Chiefs.
He loves ketchup. I know that.
Yeah, he does. And I got to go against Glenn Rothschild. Go blue. All right. Go Chiefs. Go freaking
Go
Chiefs.
Blue Chiefs.
I'm going against. I'm picking the Chiefs specifically because of your father.
Oh my god.
Fair. That's fair.
Brooksy, what do you got?
Oh, man, I gotta stick with this because it's been working out for me for the past 2 seasons. Chiefs win. Chiefs don't cover very often. And this is new.
Food. They play with their food. They're always letting teams stay around.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. So give me the Chargers, and I just think that a Jim Harbaugh team will come out inspired, especially for week 1. Do I think this is the same for week 8? No. But give me the Chargers to potentially cover and potentially get an upset here in week 1. And then Chiefs go on a roll. So.
All right. I love it. So Brian is on KC and Brooks is on the Chargers. I'm going to take the Chargers as well. I had them winning the division. I think that would be a pretty good step in getting there, would be winning this game.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Once again, this is going to be a shoddy turf in Brazil. We don't really know. Hopefully it's an upgrade from last year where everyone was dying on the field. I don't really know. I hate that they're doing this to start the season. Once again, I think it's pretty ridiculous that these teams have to deal with this.
Why is it going to be a conference game?
Yeah, and it's just I don't know. Whatever. I understand they're trying to grow the game and whatever.
I mean, all these games are conference games. So
as far as the competitive advantage goes, I don't love it, but I'm going to take the Chargers here. I know they're losing a home game, but I'm down on the Chiefs and I'm up on the Chargers. So if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it. It's week 1. Let's go Chargers.
If you're going to be about it, you better be about it.
I mean, if you're going to be about it, you got to be about it, right? Like, let's go. All right.
So what do we want to give Joe here for his money line?
For his money line, the Chargers, dude.
Are we just doing Chargers?
Lad McConkey's going to have 150 plus.
All right, we got Chargers, Joe. Chargers money line.
NYG is
next
NYG.
game, I'm going Giants.
Was.
Give me Giants. Give me the Giants. Cover.
Brian wants the Giants +6, and I do not dislike it. I'm going to agree with you, Brian, here. I'm going to take the Giants as well. I don't love their team, but I'm a little bit further down on Washington than I was last year, and I think 6 is a little too rich for my blood, especially with all those pass rushing options on that defensive line for the Giants. I'm going to take the Giants as well. Brooks, what do you like?
I am down on the Commanders and rising on the Giants, but with all things equal, with health-wise right now, give me the Commanders. Cover by a touchdown.
Oh, all right. Commanders by a touchdown. I don't hate it at all. These week 1 games are kind of a crapshoot.
They're weird.
As we know. We're going to get another divisional game here. We're going to get the Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns. This is my least favorite game of the week on the slate.
What is this line?
By a lot. I'll tell you this stat. In the last 30 times this has happened, which I believe is over the course of the last
What is this?
5 to 8 years, an in-division game where there is a home dog. The last 30 instances of this, the home dog is 23-7 against the spread.
Give me the fighting Joe Flacco.
I will take the Cleveland Browns and the odds at basically 80% there.
You guys are flacking off.
Give me the Cleveland Browns to cover the spread. I know that this is going to be the sexy bet, money line bet on everyone's card that's going to fucking destroy everyone. So give me the Browns. Fuck it. I'll take them.
I mean, those two are those
team
two
ride, baby. It's a team ride on the
Whoa.
Wait,
I didn't pick
you're not
yet.
Doing it? Okay, fair enough.
No. You guys are flacking off. I'm going with Joe Burrow.
Okay.
You're Jack. Oh, you're Joeing off.
He's going opposite. It's okay.
I'm Joeing off right now.
You could be on the losing side.
I'm Jamaring off right now.
Oh man, I love it. I hate that game. I do not want to bet it at all.
I hate that line. I hate that game. I don't know what's going to happen right there.
And I hate this one too. It's Pittsburgh at the New York Jets. It's the Aaron Rodgers revenge game. It's the Le'Veon Bell Bowl. We don't love this game at all. It is the Pittsburgh Steelers -2.5. The over-under is 38.5. So Vegas does not think this is going to be much fun to watch on Red Zone.
Bad.
That's a really
gotta be the low of the week.
Yeah, even for earlier in the season, that's a low one. Brian, what do you got on Steelers Jets?
I hope a meteor hits the stadium, but I'll take the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I am in agreement. Give me the Squealers. And I think they win by a touchdown. I don't think this is relatively close, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I think the loss of Eric Tucker is going to be more impactful than most think.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to take New York, just home dogs in the first week. I don't think we really know anything about either of these teams. I don't really love either of these teams, so I'm just going to take the points and run. And I don't love it, but whatever.
Without that injury, I'm taking the Jets. But with that injury, they're going to have to bump somebody to that position. And then we talked about it before, you start changing offensive lines and you start getting weird.
I just trust the Steelers more too.
Yeah, 100%.
Just give me them.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't hate that at all.
By the way, how do you gamble on sailing? Because I see there's sailing and snooker.
Ask Drew. I'm sure he's been up at 4:00 in the morning betting at some point.
Because he's the only one who could give you the answer. You ever ask Jeeves for anything?
Yeah, when I had dial-up.
Oh man. All right, we are New York for me, Pittsburgh, Brooks, and Brian. Arizona at New Orleans is the next game. The Cardinals are -6.5 in the Big Easy. What do we think about this?
A lot of home dogs, huh? Give me Arizona.
Yeah.
I don't love this pick. I could see this being a barn burner and them just trying to let each other win the game at some point.
Yeah, give me Xbox boy. I'll take Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. Love this video game.
Oh, this is going to be a team ride, and it's probably the dumbest one we're going to do.
Team ride.
This is Arizona Cardinals. Once again, I have them pretty high up in the rankings. Number 6 wild card team, number 6 seed in the Western Conference.
And they better be beating the Saints if they're going to get that.
The Western Conference,
you better beat the Saints.
If you don't beat the Saints, then you got problems. Spencer Rattler covers this line, then you got all kinds of problems, and my picks are null and void. So we're going to team ride on Arizona there. Tampa at Atlanta. Early divisional matchup could could have big repercussions late in the season.
Yeah.
These are the two best teams in this division by a country mile, in our estimation, at least as a podcast. This is a kind of a fun one, and it's right in that little -1.5 zone that they really love to do.
Game.
That's basically what they're doing for pick'ems now. Is they're doing this little -1.5 bullshit for games they just don't have any idea. They just make it 1.5 and call it a day. I don't know about this game. What do you guys think?
Well, no one knows because it'll be way less entertainment wise. Give me the goddamn Bucks. Just give me the Bucks.
Ooh, you were a heavy Falcons for your division winner.
Michael Penix.
But yeah, I mean, if you're going to steal one, this is probably one you're going to steal, right? Early in first game of the year.
Don't hold anything back. Although it's last game of the year, my bad.
We know, Brett.
Can you scroll up again, please?
I'm sorry. Scroll down.
Fuck, man. I don't know where I want to go with this one. Give me the Falcons.
Take the better quarterback.
Give me the Falcons. I mean, the better quarterback's Baker. Yeah. And I picked the Bucks to win the division. I'm going to follow suit with you and pick the opposite of who I picked to win the division to win this game.
Oh, the George Costanza 2-1 ride. Hi, my name's George. I live at home. I have no job.
I'm Cassie. Hello. All right.
I'm Veronica. Hi.
Is that what it is? I can't remember. I couldn't remember her name. I know what she looks like. Let's go Tampa here. I'm in on Tampa. I'm not out on Atlanta, but I don't know about their defense. I think Tampa takes this one. Give me Tampa at Atlanta in an early season divisional matchup. Next one. This is the poop fecta of all poop fectas.
That should be in Brazil.
Carolina versus the Jags.
That should be played in Dundalk. You play it at the poop factory in Dundalk. Yeah.
Although these are two teams that I think all of us said that are going to be much improved.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say much improved for the Jags. I would say slightly improved for the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to take the Jags here. Take care of business against this bad Carolina team. I know you don't. I mean, I don't know what the hell to do with the Jags. They're such a wild card in this season, I think. But I'm going to take them. Brooks, what do you got?
Yeah. Give me the Jags. Give me I just think they got more talent. Do I think this could be? I don't know who's gonna. I think the Carolina Panthers are going to be better, but I just think there's just so much more talent on the Jaguars.
Team Rod.
Wow. Okay. Team Rod. I love that. All right. We're all on Duval.
I don't disagree with Laura's comment there about Bryce Young either.
I haven't seen it, but I think
Bryce Young's going to be a surprise this season.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
I don't disagree with that at all.
Don't hate it. What I do hate is them trading Adam Thielen right before the season, basically saying,
"Yeah, should be
we don't want this back veteran in our locker room. Why would we want him?"
Like, you don't want that. That was a security blanket at the end of last year. Like,
yeah, I agree with you, Brooks. I don't love that. The vibes of that trade kind of threw me off of the Panthers a little bit. So I'm going to be a little bit off of them this week, but we'll see. I mean, I don't hate the Panthers this year.
We'll reassess after this.
It's certainly not inconceivable that they would win this game, but we're team riding on Jags as we work for the division, and I think that makes sense based on the matchup. Miami versus Indianapolis, the Colts. Miami is getting 1.5, and I will tell you this, and I said this earlier. I don't understand the line. I don't understand. I don't know what the Colts are, but the problem with Miami is that they get hurt all the time. In week 1, this is the healthiest they're going to get, right? So for me, I just think that Dolphins are much better than the Colts. I don't necessarily know if that's going to be the case throughout the season, but I'm going to take Miami in this game, and I think they're going to whoop up on them a little bit. I think Miami by several touchdowns here. Give me an alt spread. Miami minus 13.5. I don't care what the odds are. Give me it.
Agreed.
Team Rod.
Miami over the Colts. Daniel Jones.
Good for you, Colts.
The least inspiring guy in the league is Daniel Jones. I don't really know what you're doing there. If that's your
he looks like he runs a super church.
I don't know what a super church is.
It's one of those ones that looks like it's in like a shopping mall. Like he's
Ah.
Benny Hinn, like boom, you're healed, and all of a sudden you can see again. It doesn't work like that.
God.
Anyway, moving on. Give me the Patriots. It's the Pete Carroll Festival.
This game stinks, dude.
This game
This game is
on
mega
ice.
ass.
Yeah.
Give me the Pats
This is a
as well.
maxi pad
I
with
don't even
the
want to talk about it.
Yeah, the Maxi Pad with Wings Festival. Give me the Patriots.
The last 3 games are so bad.
This is a hot, steaming garbage.
Brooks?
I'm excited to see what the Patriots are going to be this year under Vrabel. Give me the Patriots. That guy has won. That guy has won with like the most ridiculous injuries ever with the Titans in won big games. So I just don't I'm not betting against Vrabel ever.
Yeah, I think he might actually put himself on the active roster just in case somebody gets hurt. That way he can go and strap pads on and start hitting people.
I think he did that already this offseason, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, I mean he does. That's his coaching style, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Giddy up.
I mean they're playing the Raiders. Just win, baby.
All right, Tennessee at Denver. Tennessee at Denver is the next option here. It's 8.5.
Broncos.
Do we think that the Broncos should be favored by 8.5 over anybody? That's the question.
Yeah.
Rookie quarterback starting his first game against the best defense in the league. Give me the Broncos all day, even with the points.
I totally agree with you. Brooks?
I'm on the Broncos as well.
Team ride.
I am too. I think it's a team ride. I know I kind of want to zag here, but it's just not. I mean,
it's a lot of points, but
quarterback on the road in Denver, so even worse because it's Denver against the best defense in the league. I think Cam Ward is going to get chewed up and spit out, and I honestly feel bad for Tennessee and what they're going to have to deal with.
I don't think
Will Levis will be over there making mayo.
Will Levis is out for the year. Did you know that? He had shoulder surgery, season-ending shoulder surgery.
Well, when you're whipping up mayo the entire time, it's pretty tough to keep a shoulder intact.
No, but I think Cam Ward's going to be okay.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
I don't think he keeps it within 8.5.
It's not going to be his fault when they get absolutely destroyed in this game. It's not going to be Cam Ward's fault.
I think we'll come out of it saying like Cam Ward looked okay.
He had flashes of a quarterback who could exist. Yeah.
If anyone can tell me where Cam Ward started his career,
Florida,
Houston. He didn't? He went to Houston, did he not? He transferred to Miami from Wazoo?
Well, he might have went to Houston. Where did he start his career? Incarnate Word.
I would have never gotten that.
I don't know. I don't know who that is or where that is.
Nor do I. Nor do they.
He went to Wazoo. He went to Wazoo for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But he started in Incarnate Word.
He did. He went to Incarnate Word. You're right. From West
Is that
Columbia,
JUCO?
Texas. It's Division 2. Oh, never mind. They moved to Division 1 in 2013. It's D1.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Wisconsin.
San Antonio.
Oh, it's close to Wisconsin.
That's pretty close to Wisconsin. Yeah. Right in those northern states, you know.
He was in the right section of the country, just wrong side.
Yeah.
He went the north side, not the south.
The next game is the Niners at the Seattle Seahawks. This is another in-division game, and this is Niners -2.5. This is another one of those Vegas doesn't really know what to do with this game. We got to kind of feel it out kind of process. And you can make a lot of money off of these early season lines if you have a really big lean either way. I'm going to take I like San Francisco better, but I'm going to take Seattle here. I like Seattle, and I like the way they're coached with former Ravens coach Mike McDonald there. I'm a big fan of the Seahawks in the spot catching points at home.
Give it to me. I'm with you. I'm right.
Yeah, they rarely catch points at home, but if I'm gonna pick the Niners to win that division, I gotta pick them to win this game.
Fair enough.
Especially if it's only 2.5. I gotta grab it.
if you look at the Niners schedule, it's very easy, but I think in division they could go either way. So I'm going to take Seattle to win this game early, and then I think San Francisco bounces back later in the season. The next game is probably the marquee game of the day. That's not the Sunday night game.
Taking a quick pee break. Taking a quick pee break. Right back from up.
Okay. I'm going to take a pee break too while he's out. So Brooks, this is all you.
Why you guys always leave me by myself? Jesus Christ. This is ridiculous, guys. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to give you a little sneak preview into what my pick's going to be here for the Detroit Lions. It's going to be the Detroit Lions. If they're getting points ever, I'm taking the Lions. Even though I think the Packers are going to be much improved. I think they're going to be really good this year. I like Matthew Golden a lot. Obviously, Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is going to be a big deal for that defense that has struggled here for a couple years. I mean, Christ, the Packers defense has struggled since AJ Hawk was on the defense, probably. But yeah, give me the Lions, and I'm not going to tell these jagaloons why either. Welcome back. I already made my pick, and I'm not going to tell you any of my reasoning. It's only between me and our viewers.
Okay,
you guys can make your own picks.
Who is it?
Nope. No, I'm not going to ask you who it is.
Okay,
I don't care. Give me the Packers.
Okay. Brian's going to take the Packers here.
Evenly matched teams. You take the home guy.
I'm going to take the Lions. I'm going to be different here. Once again, I picked the Packers to win this division. I think they're going to be one of the best teams in the league. But
remember, you can win the division after losing the first game of the season.
Yes, you can. The Ravens literally did it last year.
You can?
Yeah, and there's a different way to pee than sitting down. I just did it. I just stood up.
Okay,
are you
so
sure?
Split. Brooks, we're split here. You're gonna be the tiebreaker. Who's your pick?
Lions.
He's also taking the Lions.
If the Lions are ever getting points, give me the Lions.
The brothers Rothschild are in cahoots.
All
right, we've got 3 more games left on the schedule, guys. The next game is the Houston Texans at the LA Rams. Pretty interesting game here. I think both of these teams could go either way, based on the offensive lines, the health of the quarterback, all kinds of different factors here. The line says that the LA Rams are -3, and that's like a classic home field advantage to me. I think this game should be closer to a pick. I'm going to take Houston because I think 3 is too many in favor of the Rams here. You guys go ahead.
Doubling down with you, give me Houston just because Matt Stafford is probably going to need a week or 2 to actually get acclimated back to normal. So I'm taking Houston in this one.
Okay.
Man, this is going to be a defensive game. With that being said, with this being a defensive game, give me the better quarterback at the moment, Matthew Stafford. I just trust I trust them more. So I think you're right here. I think this is a pick'em game.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. I don't hate it at all. Okay. Baltimore and we'll say Baltimore and Buffalo is the Sunday night game. We'll save that for last. The Monday night game is Minnesota at the Chicago Bears, another divisional matchup, and a game that's going to be, I think, pretty fun to watch. A lot of new faces in both of these places. What do we think about this NFC North matchup? The Vikings are favored by 1.5 in Chicago. Brian, what do you like?
I'm going to take the Chicago Bears.
Wow, and Matt Eberflus's biggest fan rears his ugly head.
Well, he's gone now.
What about Mark Trestman? Is he still there?
No, he got fired from the Ravens too as well. I think he's
fired
back in
from
the
CFL. Yeah.
No.
Brooks, who you got? Minnesota at Chicago.
I mean, how could I not take the Vikings?
I know why. JJ McCarthy.
I know that's literally the only reason why I'm like hesitant here. Like -1.5
of the game. Yeah.
-1.5. Like the Vikings should easily win this game. Yeah, weather's not an issue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it's Soldier Field. It shouldn't be an issue, though.
that's
Well,
that's what I mean. Weather an
the field
issue.
looks
It's
like
the
a
first.
spaceship, but
It's the first game of the year.
can't hold anything back.
Give me the Vikings 1.5. This should be more than 1.5. I feel like.
Yeah, it really should.
I like the Bears. I think they're going to win this game. I'm riding a lot with Brian here, but I don't know. We might have very different records after week 1 here. I know it evens out throughout the season, but I'm going to take the Bears as well, Brian. I love all the new weapons on offense, and maybe I'm falling in love too early with the Ben Johnson stuff, but I just think they're going to be a lot better on offense this year than they were last year. I think they're going to be a lot more competent.
I don't think Caleb is as bad as people think he is.
He's not. What he had to do with last year, I mean, no,
guy,
he's not.
Right? Yeah.
He's not.
I mean,
he struggled out of the pocket last year. That's it. And they're going to make him stay in the pocket. Ben Johnson's going to make him stay in the pocket and do dump balls.
Yeah.
Excuse me there.
Wasn't the point of Caleb, though, is that he was such a good improviser? He was the Patrick Mahomes improviser.
Well, he held onto the ball too long last year because he was trying to make too many plays.
And when you have a guy trying to headbutt your crotch the entire time, because your offensive line sucks so much, so now he can stay in the pocket because of what you talked about, Joe Tooney and all the
you're right.
The implementation of that new offensive line.
The purple people eaters are not here for this game, so give me Chicago.
But I mean, they also just went. I mean, they went from Matt Eberflus, a defensive coordinator, to one of the best. What everybody thinks is one of the best minds in the offensive realm of everything right now. Like everybody was been drooling over Ben Johnson for the last couple of years. So
he's the sexy pick for sure.
So I mean, I could see Caleb Williams being shot out of a cannon here the first 6 weeks of the year. Like he could come out just blazing hot. I have no idea. So, but I'm going off last year. I have no idea what this year looks like.
I got 5 minutes, guys, and I got to roll.
Yeah, I think we're
still Vikings.
Anyway.
Yeah. I got
No, we're good. We're going to pick the Ravens game, and then we're going to call it. The Raven game is Sunday night. Baltimore at Buffalo. It is a rematch of the divisional matchup in the playoffs last year. The Mark Andrews stuff has been blown probably out of proportion. It's a 1-game thing. But, it was a tough pill to swallow for Ravens fans for sure. We were losing the game early. I think it was 21-10 at halftime, and then we made a screaming comeback, and it just didn't quite get there. This is the rematch. What do we think? What do we think about this matchup? What do we think about Buffalo versus this year Buffalo versus last year Buffalo? There's a couple things to unpack here. Brian, let's go to you first.
I think Buffalo and the Ravens are very, very, very close and evenly matched. I'll take the home team in this game. I will take the Buffalo Bills.
Okay. Buffalo is, by the way, plus 1.5. They were getting points at home on Sunday Night Football. Pretty crazy.
Yeah. I will. I mean, we are historically really. Whenever we rematch a team after something like this, we usually blow the doors off them for whatever reason. And honestly, after how you brought it up with Mark Andrews, how that ended, nobody feels worse than he does. He got a lot of bullshit hate from Ravens fans that we stuck up for him for after that game as well. I'm looking for him to come out this year and kind of like torch the league. I think he's going to crush it.
Fuck you year.
I think it's going to be a fuck you year, and I think it's going to be a fuck you year to like Ravens fans and be like, hey, I'm still a top 3 tight end in this league. Shut the fuck up. So give me the Ravens to cover.
I'm also a homer here, Brian. I'm sorry. I think the Ravens win this game by 17 plus. I think we're going to kill them. I don't think it's close. I think Buffalo's defense has taken a step back since last year. I know they added Joey Bosa. Good for you. He doesn't play very often. I guess he'll play in this game. Giant nose, by the way. But yeah, I think
Von Miller's still there, right?
Von Miller, I believe, is still there. But look,
No, Von Miller's gone. He's not with the Commanders.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
you're right. Shit.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah, they have Joey Bosa to replace Von Miller once again. I'm not scared of this defense at all. I think this defense is bad. We're going to have good weather because it's September. I know it's in Buffalo. I think it's going to be good weather. I think we're going to blow the doors off of them. I think we're going to absolutely destroy them. I think Derrick Henry's going to do what he did in the regular season last year and come out with a bang, a giant home run hit. And I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens to absolutely roll the Buffalo Bills in this game. And it looks like we lost Brian.
Yeah.
Not sure what happened there. But anyway, we're wrapping up. I know, guys, normally we do call-ins on Thursdays and stuff like that. But today we have been on for 2 hours and 50 minutes, which is really fun. It was a good show. But we definitely have to get back to real life here and get off the air. But once again, guys, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed our
You want to do
our
one immaculate
NFL
grid
preview.
or no?
We can do a quick one. We're not going to be deliberating.
One quick.
You want me to do it? You want me to do it?
Sure. Yep.
Immaculate grid. Do you want to do baseball or football?
Baseball. We're better at baseball.
Baseball.
I gotta pee my
All right,
pants
we're gonna
here.
go to the immaculate grid. Brian's bad at this anyway, so the fact that he is gone is not gonna hinder us in any way, shape, or form. We're gonna do one of these, and then once again, we're gonna call it a day. Like I said, sorry guys, we're not gonna do call-ins today, but we do appreciate you guys. We love you very much, and thank you for sticking with us. The Oakland Athletics and the New York Mets, huh? Justin Turner comes to mind.
Endy Travis, Endy Travis, Endy Chavez.
I think he played for both of those teams. That's an insane name. But yeah, I think he did play for both of those teams.
Yep.
I think Dan Herron played for the Cubs. I think that's A's Cubs. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think he did.
Rockies and New York.
I hate the
Rockies. These are some tough ones. 200 plus wins pitching career for the Mets. That's gotta be Johan, right?
Johan, I'm thinking Glavine,
Tom
Johan,
Seaver.
and Tom Seaver. Yeah.
DeGrom's not there yet. Scherzer.
Verlander and Scherzer.
Yeah.
Who do we like out of that crew? Glavine or Johan? Or Pedro?
Pedro. I think people forget Pedro was there. Let's do Pedro.
You want to do Pedro?
I think people forget Pedro was on the Mets.
8%. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I think under 10% is a good answer.
I like it. Cubs would be Maddox.
Fergie Jenkins.
Neither Pryor or Wood got their Zambrano. Did Zambrano get a 200?
Zambrano's got like 45 WAR, but I don't think he was there long enough to get 200 wins. 200 wins is so many. John Lester was probably there.
John Lester. Al Leiter? Is Al Leiter there?
I don't think he's a Cub.
Nah, he's more Mets.
A's Mets, I really want to put Justin Turner, but I'm not 100% sure he played for the A's. I know he played for the Mets.
I don't know either.
Yoenis Cespedes works for that. Yoenis Cespedes.
Yes, that.
You want to do Yoenis? You think
That's
he's going to be the number one answer, though?
Just do it.
Yeah,
maybe.
right.
I don't know.
It's going to be a quick one anyway.
Yeah. We're running so long.
Yeah. 18%. Okay.
Not terrible.
Not the worst I ever saw.
Rockies and Mets, Cubs and Rockies. Cubs and Rockies. The number one's going to be Chris Bryant, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the only one I can think of.
Who else was there? Less than a 3 ERA season. There's a ton for the A's. For the Rockies, probably Ubaldo. The Rockies. I mean, he was a Cy Young
Damn,
finalist
I
for
just
the
thought of
Rockies.
A's Mets too. It's Jed Lowry played for both of those teams, and he is going to be like a 2%er.
Do it.
We
Oh,
can't.
A's Cubs. I think Joey Wendell is on both those teams.
I think of him as a Devil Ray.
Well, yeah, for the most part, but he was with Cubs, and I'm pretty sure he was with the A's. What about Zobrist? Did Zobrist go to the
He
A's?
didn't play for the A's, no. I don't think so. My number one there is Dan Heron. I'm almost certain. Or Rich Harden. I think he
Did
maybe
Nomar
both
go to
ways.
the A's? I think Nomar might have went to the
Yeah.
A's. Or did he go to San Francisco?
I think Nomar came from the A's.
No. Did he?
You sure?
I'm not 100% sure.
Nomar
No,
definitely played for the
Nomar.
Cubs.
Yes.
He played for the Dodgers, the Cubs, and the Red Sox. I think he might have played for the A's.
I know.
All
I
right,
think
boys,
so
I'm
too.
bolting.
All right. See you, buddy.
See you guys. Take care.
A's less than 3 ERA season. Liam Hendricks. He was one of the best closers in the league
Mulder.
recently. Mulder or Zito or
Hudson.
or yeah,
Hudson.
I think
Or what's his name?
Liam Hendricks is a good answer. Mason Miller is
Balfour.
probably a good answer.
Balfour.
Grant Balfour. Oh my God, he was electric for them. Dennis Eckersley is almost certainly on there.
Yeah.
Dallas Braden threw a perfect game, but I don't know if he had a sub 3.
I don't think so either. Cubs and Rockies. I feel like Larry Walker, or no, not Larry.
Dexter Fowler? Did he play for the Rockies?
I think he did. I feel like he did. I think you're right. I think you're right, dude.
I'm almost certain he played for the Rockies, right?
All right, try it.
All right, we're going to try it. It's a quick one. Let's go.
What was
All
my
right,
Cubs A's? Indy Chavez, or who was the other one?
I said Dan Heron since the start, but I don't know if, once again, I don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure, but I don't know for sure.
Who was the one that son of a bitch.
Mark Grudzielanek.
Ooh, Nomar. Let's try Nomar.
Nomar is the guy you said. Yeah, is Nomar 100% a Cub though?
He's 100%
I
a
know
Cub.
he's a Cub. I don't know if he's
I don't
100%
know.
A.
A's is the question mark, but whatever. Try it. We're doing a quick.
You want
one.
to go for it, Nomar? Let's go! We went for it, baby. Let's go.
Boom, 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 boom. Man, I feel good about that one.
Oh my God, Mets Rockies
that feels
is going to be tough.
Good. Rockies minus
for the
3.
Cubs.
I think Ubaldo's like Cy Young year, he was minus 3. He was below 3.
Yeah, he was, but he had a bad second half. Remember, he made the All-Star break at like a 1.8.
Yeah, maybe.
I think he probably is sub 3, but I think that's probably the number one answer for Colorado. I think we need to go into the bullpen there. Brian Fuentes. I'm going to name some really random dudes. Jeff Francis. Jeff Suppan.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm going into my bag. Didn't Pat Neshek have a really good year there? The little like submarine dude. I think he's a good
I feel like he had a good year everywhere he went, just about.
Pat Neshek.
I just remember him with the Indians a lot. Rockies and he's in Mets.
200 wins and sub 3 ERA. Let's pick
Rockies?
pick an Oriole.
All right.
Messina or Palmer or mean, either of them are probably going to be good answers. It's not going to be a bad answer.
Think
right?
David Wells ever had under a sub 3?
I would imagine so. He played for the Orioles, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if he had a sub
David
3
Wells
for an
pitched
entire year.
I think he pitched for like 100 years. He should have had at least one.
It's a lot. I mean, that's an incredible
You
season.
sure he has 200 wins? I'm pretty sure he has 200 wins, right?
I think so. Not 100% sure. But...
Oh, that's a good one. Let's go. Cubs pitchers. Cubs have seriously bad pitching history. Fergie Jenkins is the only guy I can think of, other than Greg Maddux.
Max is going to be the number one. Sub 3 ERAs for the Rockies. Mike Hampton.
Yeah, but he was Astros was his really good year, right? And Braves. He definitely pitched for them.
I don't know.
I like either Neshek, Brian, or Hampton, or like go with like a random reliever. I think like Michael Gibbons pitched for them one year.
I don't know if there's an innings limit, obviously, or anything like that.
There's no, it's under 3, no minimum innings. Could be anybody. I mean, there's probably like a million answers. There's probably a position player that has.
That's what I was going to say. Was there a position player that got in this year that you can think of?
I can't think of one now. But
all right, pick one. I gotta pee.
All right, I'm picking Pat Neshek. I'm pretty sure he had a really good year for the Rockies. Let's go. That's a fucking great answer.
A's pick who you want. Grant Balfour's got it. He had like a really good year.
Yeah, he did. That's a good answer. Let's go for Grant Balfour.
And he's a reliever.
2%.
So he should have
I love it. 2%.
Right.
We're kind of killing this, except for Yoenis Cespedes. I wish we had Jed Lowry in there. God damn it.
My pants.
Go B.
Oh.
Mets Rockies is tough.
Dad said Howard Johnson. I gotta pee. Can't hold it anymore.
Oh man! All right, I'm gonna think out loud here. Cubs pitchers, Maddox and Lee Smith, but Lee Smith was a closer for a lot of his career, so I don't know if he got to 200. I can't think of any old school Cubs pitchers. That's really, really kind of bothering me. There's no like Christy Mathewson or any like Walter Johnson or any bullshit players like that. Who was the pitcher during the Ernie Banks Cubs era? I don't know. I can't think of anyone. Bruce Sutter, but he was a closer, so he doesn't have 200. Zambrano, I'm almost certain didn't get to 200. Kerry Wood, Mark Pryor definitely didn't get there. Did anybody have a 1-year stint on the Cubs? Maybe. And I just don't know. I can't think of anyone. John Lester came to mind, but I don't know if he's got 200 wins. He pitched forever, though. He would have also worked for A's Cubs, John Lester. Mets Rockies is
John Lester played for the A's?
Yeah, he started his career there.
I don't think I realized that. What are we working on right now? Which one are you thinking about?
I've thought out loud about Cubs wins, and I think the only names I have are John Lester, Greg Maddux, and Fergie Jenkins. Pick your poison there. I don't really know. I mean, Greg Maddux definitely did it, but he's the number one answer 1,000,000%. Did Jamie Moyer play for the Cubs?
Yes, pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Did Ted Lilly have 200 wins?
Oh no, Rich Hill? Because Rich Hill doesn't have 200 wins. I don't think Ted Lilly did.
Moyer probably played for the Cubs, and he played for 600 years, so he's probably got 200 wins.
He does. Give me Moyer. I like Moyer.
Do you
He
think
might be
played
one
for
of
the
those.
Cubs?
Pretty sure.
I mean, this is the best we got. It's either going to be him or Maddox. I mean, Maddox for sure. But like 86 to 2000, that's 26 years. Right?
Well, I know he's
Are
got
you a
200
Cub?
wins. I'm
you a
more.
Cub?
I'm more. Yeah.
I don't know. Let's go. We did it, Jamie Moyer. We went for it. Oh my God, Mets Rockies. Who are you? Who are you that played for both of these organizations?
This might be our best one yet if we can get a good one here.
Who are you? And we got some big names on here too. We got Nomar at 4. We got David Wells at 0.3. Pedro at 8%. I wish we had Jed Lowry in the top left. That really is killing me right now. I think Starling Marte might work for there too. Anyway, we're gonna stop worrying about that and start worrying about Rockies Mets.
Dante Bichette didn't play for the Mets.
Gary Sheffield didn't play for the Mets or for the Rockies.
Who was the third baseman there for a while? Oh, fuck.
Oh, wait. Michael Gibbons played for both of these teams because Michael Gibbons played for the Rockies and he joined the Mets when Buck was the coach because he
Buck
liked
brought him
Michael
in.
Gibbons.
Yeah.
It's Michael Gibbons. That's going to be the best answer we can give. 0.3, baby. Let's go. That's 44 rarity score.
Is that our best rarity score?
So, Ricky
Take
Henderson,
a screenshot.
top left.
Take a screenshot.
Mike Hampton, you were right here. Chris Bryant was here. John Lester is the best here. We talked about them. Maddox was definitely the best here. Can we go top? What's the hardest one? It was the Rockies on the right. And what did we get on that one? I think we did good, right? Pat Neshek at 0.6. I think that was a good one for us, guys. That's a good rarity score.
Hold on, I have our other best. What was our other best? Hold on. Took a screenshot of it. Oh, my cursor's on the wrong.
Tell me this is not Justin Turner because I think about him immediately. Chris Bassett. Yeah. Mark Canna.
.24 is our best rarity score.
Jason Isringhausen played for both the Mets and the Athletics.
And the A's. Yeah, I didn't know that. Shit. God damn it. And he was probably a sub 3.
Who was the name?
He was an all-star with the A's.
Jed Lowry did. He played 7. He had 7 at-bats for the Mets. That would have been so good. All right, guys. We're going on 3 hours. We got to get off it, or we're past 3 hours. We are going to get off of here today. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you guys have fun watching the Eagles and the Cowboys do battle tonight. We will definitely be watching. I will be at work in a couple of hours. If you're in Ocean City, come see me at Cabanas on 2nd Street. We'll have the sound on for the game. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. I know it was a long one. We really, really appreciate you. Rick Sutcliffe, 200 wins for the Cubs. Ferguson Jenkins, but not 200 wins. I think Fergie Jenkins did have 200 wins. And he says, yes, my bad, he did. But that was a really, really fun one, guys. I know it was a long one. I hope you guys stuck with us, but appreciate it. And we will see you on Tuesday to recap this week's MLB action. And we got the Ryder Cup coming up in a couple weeks. So we got a little bit of other stuff to talk about. And we have the reigning AL pitcher of the month on the Orioles. So a lot of exciting stuff going on. If we win out, by the way, the Orioles, we will go 88-76. Just letting you know. That's 25 more games in a row we would have to win. So
who says no?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Who says no?
Who says no? All right. I will see you, Brooks. I love you. I hope you have a great day and happy Thursday and happy NFL season. Happy NFL watching on Sunday to y'all, and have a great rest of the week.